Also, so when I did that, I started doing intermittent fasting.
Mm.
So when I went back for my test, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
everything was fine. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, my doctor called me and said, "Look, I think there's something you are eating that you shouldn't be eating." And I knew then that it was my bad habit of eating.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that intermittent fasting for me, it works. And in fact, without me knowing, Ikpe Muishe intermittent fasting before I went back, before I was eating, anything I want, I only eat once a day.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, white bread is a no-no for me. White
Mm-hmm.
bread, Emi oti like it from get-go. And white rice, that's what I was eating. And epo, timba, myself for, my epo, see this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you
Mm-hmm.
understand? But then again, you have to do something to wake you up. And for me, the blood test woke me up and said, look,
Mm-hmm.
you are not eating right. So now I went back to my intermittent fasting that I've been doing that I didn't know it that in Kotimuti and Sheni.
Yep.
So and water, oh me, oh my goodness me, it becomes like no tomorrow. Gbogbo fizzy drinks,
Mm-hmm.
coke. I cut it out. Apple juice, I cut them out. In fact, to buy for me, you might be poison. Now, so an apple cider, yeah. Oh my goodness me. In fact, I've drank it this morning,
Mm-hmm.
on an empty stomach.
Yep.
So timba de ti jẹun tó bóyá bí nǹkan bí 7. My next tima fin consienu will be like around 2, 3. And I think it's about training your body.
Yep.
Because initially, when I first started, I'm thinking, oh, I have to put something into my mouth. But when I started saying, no, 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 I have to train my body. Now, I don't even need to put anything into my mouth. I don't even have to think about it. My body now knows that this is the time for you to just put something into your mouth. And like I said, I have my guilty pleasure day. I eat
Mm-hmm.
whatever I want because I know I've prepared my body, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
to get away with that guilty pleasure. And I know that whenever I've, tí n bá ti ṣetán pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí n bá fẹ́ jẹ yẹn,
Mm-hmm.
I'm back on my intermittent
That's
and
good.
water. I'm telling you, water does a lot in the body. And with a touch of maybe lemon or salt, and sour sop leaves, tea meaning sour sop tea meaning yeah, it's tasteless, but ó ti mọ́ mi lára bẹ́ẹ̀. Even eating too much sugar right now, oh man, that be poison. Kò taste right lẹ́nu mi mọ́.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's about training your body and eating in moderation. You can eat whatever you like. However, you have to prepare your body to sort of like dilute it because
Mm-hmm.
that apple cider here, it makes you go to the toilet. You will open your bowel. And that is what I wasn't got tí mi kì í ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn ó lè jẹ́ bí 5 days mo lè má lọ sí toilet. But now it's like almost every day I have to open my bowel because gbogbo nǹkan tó ti jẹ yẹn ó ti flush it and or whatever, you understand? So it's all about changing your lifestyle and sticking to it. And I don't like somebody said that maybe we are thinking about menopause or whatever. No, for me, I mean my menopause age. For me, it's about training my body and training my brain that no, you don't have to eat this. Yes, sometimes I do eat a bit of ice cream here and there, but not every day. Mo lè jẹ ice cream maybe once a month. You understand? Mo lè
Mm-hmm.
jẹ cake maybe once in 2 months. So, but èyí tó kù is about salad, vegetables, and all that. And I eat like basmati brown rice.
Rice. Oh yes.
Yes, okay, it doesn't taste right, but I'm telling you, people, it's about, mixed vegetable, ṣe vegetable, kó season vegetable ẹ, kó dàmọ́, it tastes right. Ṣebí tó bá ti yó ti wà all right. Ó kàn yẹ pé bad habits yẹn, we are comfortable with it. But once you know about another lifestyle that you can even, it can even, taste nicer than what you have been eating and you will live healthy. So for me now, it's like, because ibi tèmi ti mọ̀ pé mo ti put on weight ní ìjọ́ kan tí mo jáde, ṣòkòtò yẹn ti fún mi, right? Mo kàn fẹ́ jókòó síbi kan ni ó kàn ya pẹ́ ni mo ní, woo! You understand? But ṣòkòtò, the same ṣòkòtò yẹn sì, ó ti show mi, mo ti wò pé yes, this is my right size. So for me, tí bá ti wọ aṣọ kan, tó bá ti di pé ó ti ń fún mi, ibẹ̀ mo ti máa mọ̀ pé ó yá, gbà padà sẹ́yìn, you understand? Pé, okay, go back to, so that, because when we ignore it, that is when you are on prescriptions, you are on, metformin and all that. You understand what I'm saying? So once you train your body and you pay attention to your body, you will be okay. And also, bóyá Candy ló sọ pé bóyá òun ra aṣọ kan lọ́wọ́ CY pé bóyá kò size òun. Sórí ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́, o lè tú ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́ kó wá hard material tó similar sí ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ́. Ó máa fún ẹ ní space. It's all ó máa ṣe alteration ni. Ṣé you get? You just do that alteration. Èmi náà ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rí tó yẹ pé mo order aṣọ kan kò ṣe kí ni mo dẹ̀ like aṣọ yẹn. Mo kàn tú lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ́ ni, and I had another design sí ẹ̀gbẹ́. You understand? And I'm wearing the clothes. You don't have to return it if you don't want to. You can just design it. You understand? So look, it's all about changing your lifestyle and getting used to it and training your body before you get to a stage where, now you'll be on, on medication or, all these Mounjaro thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because all this Mounjaro thing, I mean, good luck to whoever is using it. But for me, I just believe that there are things that you can do naturally when tobatete, get hang of it. Tobatin one size 12. Tobatin 14. Look, some people can get away with size 14, 16. Elomi gan lè kéré kó wà diabetic. It's not about putting out weight. Lo ma jẹ́ pé bóyá pé ó ma determine pé èèyàn ma wà diabetic. Ṣé you understand? Elomi, but regularly check up. You will find out that, okay, this is what I need to eat. This is what I don't need to eat. You just cut them down. It's not really even, for me, it's not that difficult. It's about getting used to it. That's just what I have to. And drinking water.
Water. And some people don't like water, but there's something that we buy here, water enhancers, zero. So the water enhancer, it comes in different flavors. It has it's zero calories, no sugar, no nothing. Pour it in your water. Because I know people who don't like water. They don't like to, like my sister, she doesn't like to drink water. But since I started using the enhancer, she uses the enhancer as well. And another thing is, I get what you're saying, no, but I don't know about other countries, but in North America, obesity is now a disease. That is why Mounjaro, Wegovy, because they've done studies to realize, that's why you see that a lot of people, like you're saying, a lot of people will do because it has to do with your hormones as well. When you're obese, a lot of people will do the right things. They eat right, they do, and they still will not lose weight. So you see this, and they now, that's why before you say obesity, that's why obesity is now regarded as a disease. Like it's in the same category with diabetes, it is now a disease. Like they have done researches to know that it is a disease, that it's not about, there are people who, don't get me wrong, especially in this North America, that people who have sweet mouths, they eat, they don't do the right things. But it has been, researched now to realize that obesity is a disease. It's not something, that's why it has to be a lifestyle. That's why my doctor would, put me on Wegovy, even though I've done, gastric bypass, I eat right. I'm 45. The older you get, I know you're older than me, ma'am, so you probably don't understand it. The older you get, the more difficult it is for you to lose weight, even when you do everything right. Except you're on a very strict, and then if you have hormonal issues as well. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's another thing, But
it's not even about the older, it's even there will be some people will still be younger, but they will still find it difficult. You understand what I'm saying?
So like Baby Soft Life said, like with Mounjaro, like I said, I do walks, 30 minutes, 1 hour. I swim once a week, I do. So it has to be a lifestyle, because these things, the reason why people add the weight back, because I saw Mommy Yetiolu say that, she used Mounjaro and, she stopped it and the weight came back. The weight would always come back, which is why that word, it has to be a lifestyle. So when you're on Monjaro, you don't eat, right? But you have to cultivate the habit of trying to eat, no matter how little, and eating the right things. I love vegetables. I love fruits.
Me
I
too.
do all sort of smoothies. Like you said, rightly said, Ma, it is not actually the hunger that makes us fat. It is the peckishness, the snacking here and there, the eating the wrong things. Because trust me, how much food can we actually eat? How much food can our stomach actually take? How many people on this app, we're 203 now, in the comment section, you don't use Wegovy, you don't use anything, right? How many people would actually sit down and eat 3 square meals in a day? How many people has that time? To everyone ma jí láàárọ̀, wọ́n ma ṣe proper breakfast, wọ́n ma jẹ, tó bá ti di ọ̀sán, wọ́n ma ṣe proper lunch, wọ́n ma jẹ, tó bá di alẹ́, wọ́n ma ṣe proper dinner. I'm speaking for myself. Please, how many people in the comment section will sit down and eat 3 square meals in a day? That's where it comes in. That's where you would realize that it really isn't even about the food that we eat. It is more about the habits, the unhealthy habits that we cultivate along the way. So that's the thing. Nobody eats 3 square meals. Not because you can't afford it, but really, as you grow older, you realize that it's not realistic. You're busy. I eat once a day, like proper meal. Once a day. And it's just unconscious. I'm not going to wake up in the morning and say that. If I want to be conscious of it, but okay, in the morning I'll wake up, drop my kids, come back, do my chai seed and apple cider. If I get hungry, I do Greek yogurt and granolas, and I'm full. And then not to daleni. I can, like, my stomach cannot even afford to eat three meals a day. And even till now, I don't finish. My children will always wait and come and take my tray. I still cannot eat a full meal by myself. Kole possible. I don't know about sparkling water. I don't know about, but you see that junk, that is it. That junk, that snacking, that's where the problem is. Like Baja wants to talk. I'll just mute now.
Okay, good morning. I'm sorry I had to come up because it was quite interesting and very educative. Okay, let me just share a bit of my own story and try to make some adjustments in everything, in some things I heard. About 2 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, actually. I think that was when my own issue started. Like presently, I'm actually pre-diabetic, and it happened like when I was driving. I just blanked out on Third Milan Bridge. Like I just went blank, and I used the side of my my car to hit the embankment. So after that day, I actually went for an MRI test, and they were like, "There's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing." And at the end of the day, they said perhaps I'd been awake for so many hours, and my brain needed to rest and things like that. So I was just like, okay, that's the nature of my job. And at that time, I was giving glasses. I was giving glasses, and not until last year. I usually do all these blood tests and HIV tests quarterly, and so last year I was to change. I told them my glass it's looking funny. I'm always saying double stuffs. Like I can't read something very tiny. I have to flashlight to it before I see it, and if I'm to do it, I have to strain my eyes when watching the screen. And they were like, and that time I think I was almost 120 kg. I heard you say 180 kg. I wasn't up to that. I think I was about 120 kg. And I was just like, okay. So when I changed the hospital because I relocated, and the hospital was just like, who gave you the glasses? I told them, blah, blah, blah. They said I should go for test. I came back. They were like, no, they are not saying anything really wrong with my eyes. Fine, I could be using photochromic glasses because I stay on the screen, but it's not like I'm really long-sighted. That was what they actually said. And I said, okay, I should go for HbA1c. I think that's a sugar test that is done for every 3 months. I should go for is it protein tests? They had to test my kidneys, my liver. They did all those tests in one. So after they did that, they referred me to their specialist. The specialist hospital had endocrinologist doctor. So I'm only trying to do this for every man listening to this because I believe, and people abroad, fine, you're exposed to different varieties of food. Not in Nigeria, where you have like your first meal is actually almost rice every day. Your second meal might be something you call heavy food, like a starch, amala, fufu. You do that with a bit of all these things, and perhaps at night, fine, you might say you're taking fruits and things like that. So, but there are corrections to all these things, and that was the first thing I think the endocrinologist said. At that time, my sugar level, when they told me to go on fasting blood sugar, that the first test was 7.1. The average ought to be between like 4.5 to 5.5. I was at 7.1, and they were like, whoa. I think that was around was it November or December last year, and they were like, guy, you're actually diabetic. That was actually scared to me because that diabetics was actually something in my paternal side of the family, and I was just like, I was so scared when I heard it. I was just like, do I have to start taking insulin shots? And they said no, they're oral medications, or what they would tell me to do is to visit, to go to their dietitian, and they were going to do the HbA1c in by February again, next 3 months before they can tell me to start being on insulin. But they're going to play. I should choose basic lifestyle, like changing your food pattern or taking oral drugs. I said I can't be taking oral drugs every day because I don't want anything to affect my kidney. And they were like, okay. Now for the HbA1c, I told you it was about 7.1. That was around February, November. They found protein in the urine. Yeah, protein in the urine. So I'm trying to let people understand some stuff. Like you have to do all these tests all the time. Okay, what did the dietitian say? Now go on regular this fasting, intermittent fasting. Avoid whites, stay much on greens. Now there are some stuff that people mentioned here, like when you snack and things like that. Snacking on nuts, I think we have to be very careful about that because even the granules, I was limited to just 15 pieces per day. I'm the kind of person that while I'm working on my system, I could eat a whole bottle at a sitting. They told me like limiting it to at least just 15 pieces of granite. So I take too much shakes. I like taking shakes a lot. In fact, I have a blending machine, small blending or stuff in my office, and they were like, it is not all fruits. When they say limit yourself to fruits, it is not all fruits you should take. So when people say, "Oh yeah, I'm avoiding carbs," it is not. When they say sugar, sugar is not just the regular white sugar that you pour in your tea and things like that. Sugar comes in a whole lot of things. There are a whole lot. Even the beans you take, there's sugar in it. There are limitations to it. I could have shown you. I actually, but I was given a book like I go through every day now. The sister was talking about you finding a partner. At this point, my wife too was like, she went for her own. Funny enough, she's having the low sugar stuff. She was about, was it 3.8? In fact, they said hers was even dangerous than mine. Like she could faint. Like, Oga, don't you eat sugar at all? Don't you take anything at all? Whereas she was.
Sorry, Lagwaja. Yes, so I'm going to come in. So yes. So unfortunately for me now, because of, me doing the gastric, my sugar is now low. So low sugar, I'm hypo, whatever they call it. Low sugar is actually more dangerous than when you have high blood sugar. Like low sugar, you would be very faint. You can faint at any time and you can pass. When you hear people slum and die, it could be one of those things. Low sugar is worse than high sugar.
You're right. So, they now did a meal plan for both of us and things like that. So, okay, I usually take at night. I take a lot of what are the
Lagbaja,
meal?
are you seeing my comment at all?
You said lagbaja. I didn't see that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
just saying,
But I don't
you
know why
guys
you
should
joined
learn from
us.
me. Oh. Learn
Sorry.
from me. Àwọn nǹkan tí mo
Yes.
sọ lọ́sùn bò mí nísìnyí. Learn
So,
from me.
Lagwaja, I don't
Okay.
know whether you heard us when I started. Everything you're saying now is what I said. So when I say fruits, greens, I blend cucumber, apples, kale, spinach. You'll be shocked that you know what those can do. So we
You know
already,
you have
I already mentioned all
you
of
have
that.
a lot of these varieties abroad.
But do you
Perhaps
know
in
that you
the
actually have it more in Nigeria? And Nigerians, even in Africa, is better. You know why? You guys' own is more organic and more natural than we here. So I hear people say these things that is readily available, is better abroad. Lagbaja, no. Do you know people go to the market and buy the wrong things? That's why you have a lot of greens, you have a lot of vegetables that are way cheaper in Nigeria than it is for us, but we just don't buy the right things in Nigeria. That is the when I hear people say what you're saying, like Bajamumamba Wanja.
no,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no.
you guys have it better
Where
than
you're
we
getting
do.
me wrong is that it is scattered. You can't like if you say the chai seed, you're saying the maybe the grapes and things like that. It's not in every state you find them in one place. You could only find them in maybe very fancy supermarkets like they're selling it in parts. But if you say you go to local markets, you can't find all of them like that. And sometimes
So,
they might not even know the name.
Lagbaja, you see those chai seed that we are using is replacement for the freshness that we don't have here. So you don't have to really use chai seed in Nigeria. There are more natural, substitutes for chai seed. Chai seed is because we're not readily where this, like I said about the, what's it called now? The, green coffee bean. I'm not going to expect Nigerians to really have that, readily. But you have bitter leaf, you have ugu, you have things that we readily do not have here. We
But the
have
thing there is that
more
hold on, hold
processed
on.
food.
Sorry. Where I'm going to is that how many people know all these things? You go
Exactly.
to
Thank you, sir. God
you go
bless
to
you.
this thing and they overcook their vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
As in overcooking it, like you overheat it that you've lost the vitamins you need in them. These are things that I was actually taught by a dietitian, like how long you now see people warming vegetable. Like you are warming vegetable. Like, no, you're losing the freshness, you're losing the vitamins in them. Sometimes you're even just you're just to boil hot water in them, not even to cook, as in you are cooking, you are steaming up and things like that. You're already losing the freshness in them. So these are things that I believe that not just visiting a doctor, you visiting a dietitian should be part of those things that you should learn. That's number one. Then number two, when I visited the endocrinologist, the first thing he said when he saw my 7.1 around November, he was just like, guy, how you the knack safe? I thought say, oh God, the knack well. He talk say 7.1. Okay, so they now started all these food stores and things like that. Now, intermittent fasting, fine, you called some. Then in cheat days, I think this is something you should also add to it. In your cheat days, once you know that you have consumed high calories or high carbs, walk it out. Like at least depending on the calories, but majorly at night, walk
No.
about
Lagwaja, I'm sorry, I'm not going to, I know, I don't agree with you. So you're doing intermittent fasting for, no, let me tell you, I know that you've gone to your doctor, you have your, that one, no. If you don't really have any medical conditions and you're doing intermittent fasting, you're already on a calorie deficit for 6 days. Whatever you eat on your cheat day, when you say work it out, I also visit doctors here, and doctors here will tell you that going to the gym, exercising does not help you lose weight. Exercising makes you more fit physically, gives you stamina, and builds your muscles as you
didn't
lose
get what
weight.
I said. You didn't get what I said.
You said they should work it out.
You are not working out to lose weight. You're working out to burn some calories, to burn some energy.
You're going to burn the calories in the next 6 days because you're on a calorie deficit for the next 6 days.
Oh, okay, hold on. Your intermittent fasting, are you avoiding carbs entirely?
No, you're not avoiding carbs. You're not avoiding carbs. You're not avoiding fiber, but you're eating more of protein. You're eating your protein first.
Your
You're
protein, do they
eating a lot more of protein.
your protein, do they contain carbs too?
The protein I'm talking about now, I'm talking about chicken, beef, turkey, wara. That's what I'm talking about. Eat that first.
Your beef,
But
Do you know beef also contain carbs?
so of course, you don't eat red beef. I'm talking about lean beefs. White. That's why I said chicken. Chicken is more of white beef. So in your
Your
intermittent
chicken
fasting,
too,
you're
you have
doing
to
more
remove
of.
the skin. Your chicken too, you have to remove the skin.
You remove the skin, yes, but let me now tell you something. During my intermittent fasting, I did not remove the skin on a lot of days. So 3 days, I'll remove the skin, or I'll do just chicken breast so that the skin is. You see, that's the thing. When you keep restricting yourself, it doesn't work. That's where the problem is. But when you're eating these things in moderation, then it becomes a lifestyle and you can do it long term.
Let me help in correcting this. Maybe you're not getting me. Now, the thing here is this: your sugar spikes more at night before you wake up. So what they advise is that after you might have stopped your dinner by 6 o'clock, but perhaps maybe by 6:30 or 7, go for just about 10-15 minutes walk before you sleep. This is going to regulate your blood sugar when you wake up. It's not going to cause that spike if you are pre-diabetic. I'm not talking about you reducing weight and talking. I'm not talking about that. I'm
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
that's what I said. We already said it. If you can incorporate, even with your intermittent fasting, if you can incorporate between 30 and 1 hour walk, that's when Sister Candy said she does 2 hours walk. You know it, and I'm like, she doesn't have a problem. So that we already said that. When you're doing intermittent fasting, you have to, like, I walk, I swim I do 2 hours swimming once a week. I do 30, I have a walking pad right in my bedroom. And now that it's summer, I go on 30 minutes, 1 hour walk, 45 minutes walk with my daughters. You know, with G's. You just have to incorporate it in a fun way so that you don't get tired. In winter, I don't go out. I don't do any exercise. I don't go swimming. I have my walking pad and I do like 15, 20 minutes watching a movie. Even when I'm at work, I just do the walking pad, do it, get it, out of the way. We just have to I get what you're saying. That's why I said, if
Sorry,
you do not
Alice,
have
I
medical.
have a question. I have a question.
Yes. Yeah.
ẹ bá ṣe tán Sister Cindy fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o
Okay, I have
lágbádá
a
kí ló
question.
ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan.
Go for it, sir.
Sorry, I have a question. Metformin, hydrochloride.
Yes.
Someone using it every day, does it affect the kidney?
Yes, because I can't say yes or no. I'm not a medical person. My mom uses metformin. That's why I said I don't know when you joined. All these things I already said.
How long has she been using it?
My mom has been on metformin for more than 10 years. She lives in America. More than 10 years. And that's the reason why, I'm doing all these things as well, because my mom is diabetic. She's hypertensive. My dad is diabetic. My son, he's going to be 18. Like, I know he's going to be 18 in November. My son is now about 300 pounds. The difference is that he's on 300 pounds. He's 7 feet, he's 6'8". My son is going to be 18. He's 6'8". He does a lot of athletics at work. So he's 300 pounds. When you look at him, he's like huge. He's not fat. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. He's not fat. He doesn't have fat flabby. But I keep telling him, you saw where I was coming from. Yes, I know you do sports, you're athletic. But guy, if my son eats, you people will run away. But the reason why he's not fat like that and is more huge is because of the sport that he does. He does American football. He does basketball. So he's like always, active. But he's still big because both of his parents are big. He has the genes. You understand what I'm trying to say, sir? So the metformin you're talking about, my mom has been on it for, I don't want to say 20 years because I don't want to exaggerate. I don't know the exact year, but confidently I can tell you that it's more than 15 years.
Okay, sorry,
and now they've put her on
before Sister Cindy speaks, please. Just this question. When you're on such medication and you notice like your last because I try to use the glucometer every weekend, and you notice it's very very low, very drastic. Maybe a week you were on like 5.9 and the other week you're about 4.8. And you're already now feeling very faint whenever you walk, you're drained. Would you advise someone to take a little bit of sugar?
Mr. Lagbaja, when I started this conversation, it was for people that do not have any medical concerns.
Mr.
I don't
Alágbádá wọn
know.
máa kì í ṣe
Ẹjọ́,
dọ́ítọ̀. Wọ́n
I
máa ń
know
ṣe
be
ẹjẹ́ kí n
dọ́ítọ̀.
dọ́ítọ̀. I only
ẹjẹ́
talk
sáré
because
sọ.
I've done intermittent fasting. I've done gastric bypass, and now I'm on
Bóyá
Wegovy. That's the
Sister
knowledge that
Cindy,
I
ó yá
have. Oh.
ẹgbẹ́rún sí báyìí, kẹ́ má dá
Ẹjẹ́
Alágbádá
sáré
lóhùn.
sọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe gùnkè mo máa gbọ́ lẹ́yìn.
Okay.
Lóyè
Then
fóònù,
when you are done, I lose pre-order make sure you do a disclaimer. You are not a doctor.
What is so, Sister Cindy? Check Bolate and for
wọ́n ń ṣe
every word.
dọ́ítọ̀ o, wọ́n ń ṣe
Wọ́n ṣe
dọ́ítọ̀ o.
dọ́ítọ̀. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
That's why any paper to be metformin kinikan. Mo sáré já wọn sí. Anything medical, please. I don't know. All the things that me I know that I'm talking about is what that me I do for myself.
Yeah, okay.
Be for
So-
myself. When they tell me that I'm pre-diabetic, anything you see that's why when you say metformin, metformin, and I kept saying
for
it.
me-
Even the Wegovy that I collect, you must do tests every month. I do
In
tests
fact,
every month
that's
for my
the
doctor.
reason- That's the reason I came up to advise. I just want to be my brothers and sisters' keeper. I'm not here to spoil anybody's business or market. I'm just here to say the way I feel, or the right thing to say. Candy, can you mute?
Ah, sorry. Ẹ má bínú jàre.
This is to everyone. Tonra, weight loss medication online. I pity your kidney. I pity your liver. I don't know how of your woman to go and buy weight loss medication online without kidney function tests, liver function tests. You don't know if anything is going on with you. Even just like this my sister said now. Teba low weight loss medication, if you stop it and you want to start it again, oh man, test again. They have to check you. They cannot just prescribe because you've been using it. Okay, they'll just prescribe it for you. They won't do that. Please, Emio Laro, you see, a lot of people are having kidney disease. Because some people will just prescribe kidney food, it's really working, blah blah blah, and then you go and get it. What works for me might not work for you. That's why even everything if there's any medication that you want to use, you need to go see your doctor first. Let your doctor approve it before you can use it. Àbọ̀rọ̀dé ẹ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí, ẹ má kọ́ fi yín ṣe lab rat o.
Tó bá dénú ẹ̀ á dodindi.
Sister Cindy, everybody here heard me. Even me, that my doctor prescribed Wegovy for me. Well, I can't open camera. I don't know why. I don't because I don't have play. I'm using my other Bona accounts. I have other accounts. I have in my fridge, I have at least 7 months worth of Wegovy pens. Like I said, even though I'm on, like my doctor, I do my test every month. I still, don't use it all the time. Even though it's recommended, it's prescribed for me by my doctor. I am not a doctor. I have no medical knowledge. I have no medical anything. That's why when Mom Yetiolu said that she was using this thing and she stopped, she added weight. You would add weight. It has to be a lifestyle. You have to be on constant, medical checks. They don't prescribe it for you here if you're not obese or if you're not over 300 pounds. 300 pounds, I think, is over 120 kg. If you are below that, they won't prescribe these drugs for you. I am not a doctor,
See,
I'm
all
not
this
selling
medication-
anything.
All this medication, my doctor will not even prescribe it for me. Say, to lose
Protein
weight,
shake kọ́ nìyí.
for me, it's very easy for me to lose weight if I actually put my mind to it. Let's say I have a party coming up next month. Now, before next month, I want to lose at least 5 to 10 pounds. Trust me, I will lose it. But I don't know. I think it comes with age. To do it now is not very easy because I'm very lazy and all that.
Yes.
And if I start my weight loss, in 3 days, you'll be asking me, kilo share?
Yes.
Because my stomach will go down like very flat. And I am very bossy. On your mini mama, people will be like, what's wrong with you? People will disappear. So when I want to lose weight, I consider, my structure too. Because I cannot be looking like something that is
Exactly. So you see all those people, all those EJC, I'm sure that they're using it out, so they're not using
but
it
my
right.
stomach my belly, I don't have problem
I'm
with my
so
belly.
like I'm
Like,
so like I wish I could on my camera. Like I'm not able to on my camera on this account that I'm using. If you look at me, like I said, I've done intermittent fasting. You know that there's a look. I think you're a nurse, man. There's a look when you do gastric bypass or when you do gastric sleeve. When you look at me and I give you my before and after picture, you're not going to see that look. There's a gastric look. There's a look when you're on Wegovy or Mounjaro. If I don't tell you I'm on any of those things, you will not know. Even though it's prescribed for me. If you're not doing it right, if you're not eating right, if you're not doing, the right workouts, like Lagbaja said, 20, 30 minutes. My doctor will say, just make sure you do like a 1 hour walk, doing, when I say I want to do 10,000 steps a day, my doctor will say, you cannot afford to do it because now I have low blood sugar, I have low iron. So all these things has their own side effects, but my organs are good. There's nothing wrong with my organs because I will do my checks. My doctor has increased my dose to 1.25. Am I going to use 1.25? No. I'm going to still keep using my 1 mg, because that's what I have. I'm going to keep that. And the reason they keep increasing it is because even these medications, after you use it for a while, you don't lose as much weight anymore. And that's why they keep increasing the dose. My mom will tell you that.
Sorry, please hold on. Candy, whatever you do, don't show alcohol. So it's better you're off your camera.
But the more you grow, like I said, Sister Cindy, you are very lucky. The more you go, the more difficult it is. I don't know if you were here when I said this. In North America now, obesity is described like they treat it like you have a disease. In the same category as cancer, diabetics, hypertension. That is why these drugs are a lot more, prominent now. That's because, that's it. That's what it is. So when you're with age, it's more difficult. You can do all the right things and you still won't lose weight. Like I said, I was doing intermittent fasting during COVID. I got pregnant in 2021. I had my daughter in 2021 and I added about 55 pounds back, which is about 25 kilos from the 100 kilos that I lost during Yes, that I lost 100 kilos, for a whole year when I was on intermittent fasting. I was doing my walks. I was, doing my calorie deficit. But then I got pregnant and I struggled from 2021. I had my daughter in November 2021 and I struggled from that 2021 until I did my gastric bypass in 2023. And from that time, I was still doing the intermittent fasting. I was trying to eat right. I was trying to do calorie deficits. I had a small baby at hand. I was struggling. I can tell you that within those 2 years, for somebody who lost 99 pounds during a year, I was only able to lose 10 pounds, 55 pounds.
Alus, I have a question. You said you were 180 and you went to 95.
No. I lost 99 pounds. But now I'm 95, yes, because I did gastric bypass September 2023. Yes.
No. Oh, okay. Did you cut some skin off or something?
No, I still have my excess skin. Actually, I'm actually going to remove my stomach excess skin in September this year. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you that I wish I could put on my camera so that So even the 95, if I take off my excess skin, maybe I'm like 90. I'm not like I wish I could put on my camera. Mo le jade kin fi me dey fe fi normal kini mi wọlé torí àwọn other side yẹn torí ibi ẹni normal kini mi ma lọ fi ṣe gbogbo mi ò kin comment. So like I have my bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo ń ṣe apá mi báyìí. I have my excess skin on my stomach. I have my excess skin. I was literally almost 200 kgs. And when I started my intermittent fasting, I lost 99 pounds. I lost about 50 kilos. I think that was what it was. And then I added about 55 pounds again after I had my daughter. And I'm like, I cannot go back. Like, no, affliction cannot arise again. I cannot go back there. I can't go back to that 200 pounds. And I struggled. And because I was struggling, I needed help. I was on the list for the bypass for a whole year. From 2022, I was on the bypass until, Yes, ma'am. So I did the gastric bypass September 2023. But then I started adding weight again after 2 years, which is why my doctor now put me on Wegovy. But the Wegovy for me is just for maintenance. Like I said, I have a whole 7 months worth of Wegovy in my fridge. because I keep collecting it every month, but I don't use it every month. So now, from a size, I used to be a size 24, 26. I'm a very, very comfortable size 16, 14 now. And I don't want to go more than that. My ideal is I want to be 90 kgs. I want to maintain that. So that's it.
I think there's another thing we need to add to this discussion. Guys, if you think perhaps you want to cut your sugar level and things like that, you are now using all this herbal stuff like Coco Samba, Jekomo, all these herbal solutions. You're always saying Mr. Kaji, you always say it is all these jedi, all these things. So you go to all these local shops. They're going to mix all these pineapple, lemongrass without dosage. Honestly speaking, you're doing yourself harm. You're doing yourself harm. You're going to destroy your kidney. Honestly, these things are not regulated. Or are you thinking that all these herbs can function as laxatives? You see some people going to local junctions telling them, "We are good, jedi, to my jack in shoe, to my yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
I can't remember. Is Senna leaf? I don't know. Google Senna. Is Senna leaf lonta phone? Senna leaf will just make you shit your ass out. And all the water, you're going to lose body water. So that's even this before I went on Wegovy. I did they made sure I did thyroid test.
Alu, do you know that most of these things they could even give you pile? You're running away from pile, and it's not even pile. They're going to destroy your. There's this nerve on your anus. I'm not a medical guy, but I know that you now start shitting blood when you when you now go excessive in the toilet. Yeah, so if you want to even use a laxative, you have to go to a doctor to prescribe one for you, check your body, then they'll prescribe one for you. Not you going to just a pharmacy or going to a local place to think. And if you're even taking all these things and you're indirectly trying to improve your sexual life, my guy, what is happening to you? Fine, at that time it will work. Fine, you enjoy the sex, you last longer and things like that. But the day where you don't see that thing, na erectile dysfunction. The day where you know see that.
And then Lagwaja, another thing I want to say about this Mounjaro, especially the one that is sell in Nigeria. I heard that some of them, it's water that is in the pen. Some of them now go to China, they go to Saudi to buy it. So if you're not I'm not going to advise you to take this, because even medication, you have to be smart about medication. You have to be smart, even medication. There's so many things in Nigeria that you can use that way. That's what upsets me. When I go to Nigeria, I don't use any of these things. I still eat normal. I do my works, and I actually lose weight when I go to Nigeria because I now know the right things to eat. I now know the right things to do. The problem with Nigerians is we don't ask questions. We don't do tests. I'm not being oblivious. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I know that medicals are a lot more expensive in Nigeria than, yes, Aberesid. Yes, ma. That Aberesid, my mom tried it one time. She almost died. It's true. Nigerians don't ask questions, and we're so gullible that we go with the flow. Now, everybody is using Mounjaro. Everybody is using Ozempic. Everybody, without asking questions. I tell my friends that use Mounjaro, that don't, I tell them, you need to see the doctor. You need to use, you need to do tests. I don't even want to, you don't want to know the number of tests that I had to do before my doctor actually put me on Wegovy. She did thyroid test for me. They checked my blood, which is every single month now, I have to do a blood test. If she checks it and there's something wrong, she will tell me, stop the pen, or don't use this much, or I have to reduce. MJ.
Sorry. Someone said my camera is on. Is my camera on?
No, I don't see.
Sister Candy.
Oh,
No.
Please, you have to, so that you don't throw us away, so that any alcohol bottle does not show in whatever you're doing.
No.
Her camera is no longer on. She has just put a background picture.
Can I quickly make my submission? I want
Yes, please. Go for it.
So I'm not going to
Please, Madam Emoji.
Yes, sorry. I mean, I'll just make a quick submission and then leave. Yeah, so mine is not, I'm not going to speak on the medical part of dieting or weight loss because I haven't, I did not see a doctor. I don't know. I have no knowledge medically about weight loss. So, but I'm just going to share my own part of my own experience on how I went from 96 kg to 51. And I've been maintaining it, like I'm currently on 53.7, and I've been maintaining this weight for like a year now. So I feel, number one, if you're alive, every living being can lose weight. You understand? You would lose the weight as long as you're eating below your calorie. If you're not exceeding your calorie intake, you would lose weight, except maybe there's a medical tone to it. I don't know about that, but that's how I feel. So my journey was, when I had my last child, my third child, I decided I needed to, and I stopped breastfeeding. I decided I need to go back to my normal weight because I've been a slim person all my life. So, but when I started having kids, pregnancy, hormone changing, you would, definitely gain weight as a mother. So when I stopped breastfeeding and I gave myself time to heal, I decided I needed to lose the weight. And I didn't want to go and see a doctor or a dietitian, for this journey. Because the country I am currently, women are obsessed with dieting. They like, if you have friends here, you will always talk about, I want to lose weight, I'm gaining weight. So while I was in Nigeria, Nigerians don't really, focus on weight gain or weight loss. But since I came here, like, it's a huge part of their life, and they said when you get to Rome, you behave like the Romans, So it's the weight stuff started getting to me. So I decided, yes, I needed to let go of this weight. And when I started, I did my research online. I went on Google, I watched YouTube channels, videos, on how to lose weight all by yourself, types of weight loss journey. So I chose something that I know that will work for me as a person. And me as a person, I'm a sweet tooth girl. I love snacking. I love coffee. I love drinking coffee. I cannot stay a day without drinking coffee. So I worked my diet plan towards what I know I like and I can maintain. So what I did was, I didn't exclude any food. Aside from sugar, I didn't exclude any food. I ate rice, I ate bread, I ate, I used butter and oils in my meals, but I just, check the amount of ingredients that I use in my meals, which is where calorie counting comes in. I know some people, they say they don't have time for calorie counting. They can't do that. It's very excessive, blah blah blah. But trust me, if you count calories of the things that you use, you count the calories, you will know that sometimes the reason you're not losing weight is because of the things you use in preparing your meal, and you don't know the calories. You might think because you use the tiny little bit, it will not amount to a huge calorie, but it does. You need to find out calories of these things. That is why calorie counting is very important in weight loss journey. You need to know when it comes to calories, like the oils and butter that we use. Some people might use just a teaspoon of butter, but oil, you don't know the calories of that teaspoon that you're using. Like a tablespoon of any oil, whether it's coconut oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, it's above 200 calories, if I'm not mistaken. And because you think you just used it just a tiny little bit, oh, it shouldn't be much like that. And then you wonder why you're not losing weight. Sometimes the snack that like peanuts, you just take a handful of peanut and you think, oh, it's nothing, it's just a handful, but you don't know how much calories that handful of peanuts you took, carries. And that is why weight loss journey is quite difficult for some people, because they are not careful, when eating all these things or when putting all these things in their meals. So for me, I did the calorie counting. I downloaded an app. I paid for an app that helps you, calculate the calories of things that you use. So my weight loss journey, moving from 96 to 51, took me about 4 to 5 months. It took me 4 to 5 months to just, and you drink a lot of water. 1 minute, guys, please.
So before she comes back, Oni would talk. Oni is the next person's talk. But what I want to say is what she's saying is right. And like Mayor said, and a lot of other people have said in the comment, that works for her. For a lot of people that I know, calorie counting is not sustainable. I'm talking from experience. Like I said, I've gone all through the process, For some people, they're that disciplined, they would check it. The one that I know that is more sustainable is the calorie deficit. Like she said, and I'm happy that we agreed and we have found a common ground in everything anybody that has done a weight loss journey has said is, do not restrict yourself in what you eat. Restricting yourself is not sustainable. And then if you do it and you stop, that's where the weight comes back. Yes, calorie counting is way of life, is good. Obviously, if you're counting your calories, you're going to lose weight. How sustainable is it? People have work schedules. People have family lives. Some people are just lazy like me. I cannot for the life of me counting calories as I saw now. Kilo shelle, shogun láyé ni. No.
Mi ò tiẹ̀ lè, mi ò ní sùúrù.
Jẹ́ understand me o,
ẹni tó bá wà
láyé.
discipline yẹn wà fún.
Exactly.
Wọ́n ṣe
Èèyàn mélòó ni wà lá
jákujàku ni
discipline?
mo máa ń ṣe
Mi ò lè
jákujàku.
ṣe. I have a friend
Tí
that
bá ti
does
ṣe nǹkan
counting
lọ́jọ́
calories.
méjì báyìí,
Ọlọ́run
ọjọ́ kẹta ó ti sú mi. Òun
counting
ni
calories.
gbogbo àwọn pé wọ́n lo facial skin kan, wọ́n lo kinní kan, kò pẹ́ sú èmi, mi ò ráyè.
Before I
Makeup
go off, sister, before
gan,
Sister Candy, a lot of people are talking. I don't mind. I'll join in the intermittent fasting. Like I said, I practically eat once a day. Once you have partners, let's, intermittent fasting. Start with that one first, safe. That intermittent fasting and calorie deficits. Then later on, you can incorporate calorie counting if you want. But by the time you are doing intermittent fasting, you're working, you're doing 20, 30 minutes of work, yes, it's sustainable. Calorie counting, yeah.
How do you know? Sorry, there. How do you know you are on a calorie deficit if you don't know the amount of calories you're taking in?
So, I don't know when you joined. Like I said, when I was doing mine, I had a meal plan, and my meal plan had the quantity of food that I will eat, which you can also find online. If we're doing this intermittent fasting, I still have those meal plans that I can share. And like I said, I am not a medical doctor. This is not for people. I have friends who have ulcer who cannot even do the intermittent fasting just for ulcer. Am I taking tabon? People that know that they don't have medical condition. They are just, fat or obese and they want to lose weight. Disclaimer, like Sister Cindy has said. Disclaimer. But please, let everybody mute and let Oni talk. They've been waiting since. Biko, no. Biko, please, let Oni talk. It's Oni's time to talk.
Okay, I'm not done. No, me too, I've been here since.
Ẹjọ́ ṣé church ló wà ní àbí kí lélẹ̀ báyìí torí Ọlọ́run?
So I think the calorie deficit is if you have to be on a calorie deficit, you need to know the amount of calories you're taking in. Because if you don't know in your meals, you have to know the amount of calorie that goes in your meals. If you don't know this, you won't know. You will be lost. You won't know if what you're eating is below your calorie
No,
intake or
Coco
above
Berry, I
your
don't
calorie
agree.
intake.
Like I said, you've done it. It worked for you. And I also have done it. I did it in 2020. I don't know if when you came in, I started at 390 pounds. Divide that by 2.2. And I lost the 90 pounds on it. I lost it within a year with
I
intermittent fasting,
understand
and
you,
I did
but
not
what
count
you don't
calories.
understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. You did a meal prep, right? Your meal prep, you still need to know the calories, the amount. Like for example, now, if I'm to take 1,200 calories a day, it's an example, and I'm meal prepping, I need to know the amount of calorie each of these
No, that's
plates
you. And I'm telling you that I
contain.
didn't know. I didn't know the calories. I knew when you say if you say quantity, yes. Take one, I eat salad. I will eat salad. I'll
But
eat like
quantity,
chicken breast, 2 chicken breasts with it, and then put a spoon of maybe salad cream. What you are saying is for people who are very, very strict. What I did the calorie deficit. I'm sure that my calories was in a deficit because of the quantity that I didn't do meal prep. I cannot do meal prep too.
quantity,
That is how lazy I am.
sometimes quantity does not give
No,
you the
that's you.
accurate.
I'm telling you what
No,
worked for me.
see, yeah, of course it can work. Yes, it worked for you, but sometimes you might say this particular quantity just because it's small doesn't mean the calorie in it is low. That's what we are saying. You need to know exactly. Yes, it's not a must you count your calories. You cannot eyeball. Sometimes you might eyeball something and say this is a small quantity. It shouldn't be more than maybe 500 calories, but at the end of the day, you're eating above probably 700 to 800 calories. That is what I'm saying. The calorie counting, yes, it is stressful, but once you're used to it, you won't even need to count anymore because you already know that 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise contains a full fat mayonnaise contains this amount of calorie. 1 tablespoon of oil contains this amount of calorie. You would already know. It's not something you have to continue for the rest of your life. But once you're used to counting it, you won't need to count it anymore because it's like you're educating yourself on something. And once you get educated, you don't need to go over it over and over again. That is
Okay,
what
so
I'm
that's what they are
saying.
saying. Sorry, so that's what they are saying. There are 2 things I want to say to you that I agree and I don't agree. So you see the difference between what you are saying and what I'm saying is you will do the calorie counting by yourself. Me, I cannot do it, which is why it is in my meal. That's why I said quantity. It's already in my meal plan. Take this amount of salad. Take this amount of chicken with this meal. Take this amount of... Me, I cannot count it. That's number 1. Number 2, somebody said it. There's Omo now. You can count all the calories in this life. Be watching it. 2 calories in this thing. 1 calorie in that one. This one. If you're Omo now, it will not work. I've done lean. Somebody said lean. Ronke, she's in Canada. I have lean because of the meal. I do these things because I want the meal plan. Because I cannot count calories. I cannot. So like Prof said, they've already done the calorie counting for me in the meal plan. And I will follow the meal plan to a T. I'm not cutting down on what you are saying. What you are doing,
You just
you
said
are doing it by yourself.
You just
Hold
said
on,
they
ma'am.
did the calorie counting for you.
That's what see,
Which
that's
means
the difference.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
a calorie counting was done, but you didn't do it particularly.
See,
Somebody
that's what
did
you're
it
not.
for
I
you.
think we're
That's
not
what I'm
understanding
saying.
one another. What I'm telling you is
I
yes.
also have the meal plan for Lino, but I
Yes.
didn't
So
use it.
yes, you see what you are doing, Coco Berry, is the difference between what you are doing and what me I'm doing is you are disciplined enough to be counting your calories as you are cooking, as you are, I'm not, I cannot for the life of me. I don't have the time. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the mental capacity. So instead of
But
that,
do you know, Alus, even if you go to a dietitian, and they give you a list of what you eat, do you know that dietitian have already done the calorie?
my auntie, people in the comment section, please let me answer. Auntie Coco Berry, yes. The difference between what I'm telling you and what you are saying is you are doing your calorie counting by yourself. And I'm telling you that look at people in the comment section. I'm telling
No,
you that
I'm
your
reading the
average
comments.
person, We cannot, if you count 10 people, maybe now only 3 of your type you will see that will want to put in.
We are both saying the same thing.
So me, I cannot count calories by myself. Let somebody else help me count the calorie and give me meal plan.
You cannot do the calorie counting. You don't have the time. And
the thing is,
calorie counting is very
whatever works for
important.
you.
Exactly, sister Cindy. Do what works for you. What I'm saying is that in this comment section, hold on, Coco Berry, what I've been able to establish is that a lot of people would rather do the meal plan, do intermittent fasting. The calorie counting is a lot, it's taken away from it. People are struggling to want to start a routine in the first place, to diet, to lose weight. Now you're giving them extra work to be. Your average Nigerian does not have time for that, is what I'm saying. I do lean, and now because they've mentioned lean, I'm going to mention the other one that I was doing. I was also doing I did what's it called? The one that I did that was more intense because they had different packages was Coach Jams. People that know Coach Jams, they can talk. That was what I did with my intermittent fasting.
I did with Ads.
Thank you, Ask Dams. Thank you. The meal plan that I'm saying that I want to share with the people that want to start intermittent fasting with is Sister Cindy. Don't work for me. Pelu Ask Dams. I did her platinum plan. My friends will say, "Oh, can waste to woni. What in shekini funre?" But they did not understand the idea. I wanted to be accountable to someone because every week there was a, the Chef Dams. Oh, my phone kini ete ma fi fill out thing. Even though she has given you, the what's it called, the meal plan. Etuni kini te ma fill out at the end of every week. E ma send this you ma wo. Accountability. I can do that one. Accountability. After a while, I can do it without her.
He did it one time.
Yes.
I joined that class too. Oh, boy. At the end of the day, I found out that he went for a surgery.
Surgery ni babashe. Gastric bypass, loshe.
Yeah. Surgery, loshe. At the end of the day, what?
When Chef Dams put me on her page that time, my friends wanted to go and comment there that it's a lie, it's not just you. We know she was doing intermittent fasting. It also helped me because it made me accountable. I had accountability. That also works when you're just starting, which is why this partner, the Fastic app, that we can do it. Like if we have the link and we know people's name, that Fastic app, we can do it together and we can, it gives you, I think it allows you 10 partners.
I downloaded it already.
I have it. I don't know. I'll send, I don't know how to send. I'll send my name, like my number. If people want, like we can do it, I'll do it as well. That works. I've done intermittent fasting.
Best me last year.
But you know what? I can do it on my own if I want to do it. If I actually put my mind to it, I can do it. And I need kidney party next month because I'm sure you know me what for me there. I want to.
I'm jealous of people like you, Sister Cindy.
Especially around my belly. Within 3 or 5 days, you know me flat.
I'm jealous of people like you. That's like my sister.
Sister Cindy, you see that flat tummy, you see the magic to it is stop eating at 6 p.m.
I can eat at 3 a.m.
Don't even drink water.
I do night shift. I can say I just
drink water. And one thing people don't know is if you must drink water, see, your most amount of water you should drink should be around morning till at least 3 p.m. Drink the most amount of water. You know why? Because your system works faster at that point. At that time, your body works faster and it will take you to the bathroom a lot. If you drink about 2 to 3 liters, if you drink 2 to 3 liters of water around morning till 3 p.m., the amount of time you go to the bathroom, trust me, the next day you wake up, you will see your tummy is already flat. Really, really flat.
Another expo that I want to give people on this live today. If you eat okra, that's why I say Nigeria, we get them. We just don't ask questions. We don't do research. Okra Eating okra once a day.
Exactly, you're right.
Okra. Oh my
Especially oilless.
God.
Makes it
Okra.
oilless.
Hey, okra and spinach is always in my fridge till tomorrow. You will go. Somebody was asking, was it Dan? I don't know if she's still here. That's another thing you can be eating every day, and you will lose belly fat. That's another one. Oni, go ahead. I'm going to mute now.
All right, thank you, everyone. I almost lost my line of thought. I want to come from an angle that is a bit different, and I hope you permit me. And I would start by saying that as Africans, we should first recognize our genetics and work with our genetics to lose weight our own style. Because what I have observed over the years is that we are taking up what the Western world is doing, hook, line, and sinker. And the result has always been almost negative, if not just bland. As Nigerians, if we go back to the days of our forefathers, our grandparents, I remember my grandpa cooking with the clay pot, that cocoa. We have the one for soup, we have the one for different stuffs. Even our drinking water was from that pot. And it's going to be so chilled anytime with that signature stainless cup on top of it. So they were doing some healthy things unconsciously, and it worked for them. My grandpa, for example, never ate meat. He didn't like beef, but he would go out early in the morning and then get his own fish, set traps, get fresh fish. If he wanted to bribe us not to go back to Lagos early, he would tell you, go to the fridge. I have brought some fresh fish. Let your grandma cook it with white rice for you. So they had a lot of fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and they walked a lot. They were not thin, they were not slim, but they were healthy and they were not obese. So as a Nigerian, I think finding the balance is, if you are not on the extreme, like Madame Alus, she needed to bring that weight down. We should do things in moderation. We have spinach, we have okra, like she said. My mom was on the big side, and within 2 weeks of placing her on diet, where her lunch was just watermelon, I will make watermelon for her because she's not diabetic. So she'll eat only watermelon and she'll be full, she'll drink water. If I was making swallow, I would make it like a fist size and then a lot of oilless okra. Within 2 weeks, she was standing, someone that was already using a cane to walk. She was able to stand on her own. She was more mobile. So reducing weight drastically is what makes us fall back from observation. Like if you push yourself too hard, most often than not, it collapses. But if we work with what is around us, also knowing that the typical African is not lekpa. The typical African is healthy, chubby in her own little way. A little fat does no harm. Too much is where the problem comes in. So for me now, when I lose weight, like Shredder, I did Shredder and it worked. I did 2 weeks straight and I lost about 3 to 4 kg because I wasn't consistent. So, but I did lose some weight. But the issue is the tummy. So if whatever we are sharing here, I am begging, if you have that remedy that will help me lose tummy fat, is the tummy. Because when I gave birth to my son, I was good. And one thing I knew I was doing then was, whatever time I brush at night, nothing else is coming to my mouth. No matter how tasty the food is, if it cannot stay till tomorrow, I'll rather dash it out. But after I gave birth to my daughter, I don't know how I did it. I just relaxed a little. Or maybe because they told me you're going to have CS again. So I'm like, hey, since I'm going to have CS, there's no need. Let me eat as much as I can eat because the first few days I won't be able to eat. And then I think I ate a lot during that period. So breastfeeding brought me back to normal again. And then I went back. So if you're going to share with us anything that will help assist the midsection, I would appreciate it. But I want healthy weight loss, not the well, because I'm looking at it that Oyimbos are copying us by doing BBL. They don't have bomb. They don't have big busts. And they envy us for that. Now, some of our girls have now gone back to doing what Oyimbos were initially copying us for.
But not all of our
Like,
girls have bum now.
we don't have bomb, but that
Yes.
bomb that we don't have,
Did they
Oyimbos,
do
even our bomb that you think that some are flat, Oyimbos don't have quarter of it.
ẹ dúró ẹ jẹ́ n sáré ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ wà consistent ẹ jẹ́ n sáré fún yín mò ń bọ̀.
Right.
North London máa gbàlejò lẹ́ni bá everybody come wo Arsenal jersey ni.
Wetin be this like this?
Wetin happen?
Sister Cindy consistency consistency ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ wà consistency.
Yes, so that consistency is what
Ejo, let me say something in a very comical way.
Mi ò rí parking ṣá.
Can you start counting?
ẹ̀yin ẹ̀mí ṣe ti ń jà
Ẹ gba training dáadáa. Kẹ́ tó lọ open platform. Ẹ ní gbọ́ òun ló ti ń yọ lẹ́yìn.
okay, thank you.
continue mọ́ mi ọ́nì.
What is your freedom?
Mo ti ṣe freedom lọ́jọ́ Biden. Sister Cindy lọ fún mi lóye mi rẹ̀ ti ṣe freedom.
I think he was asking if there is any thing you can tell her how to lose the
Regarding
We
midsection.
talked about that one now.
sorry.
Chai seed with
BBL, that's
apple
what we're talking
cider.
about now. Okay.
And then for the meat, don't eat red meat. Eat more of ogufe and chicken and turkey. Remove the skin. That's for because you cannot lose belly fat without losing weight.
See, my own belly, baby, she man lose her. Right from the start, mi ò ti gbọ́njú. Mi ò mọ bó ṣe máa ń release inú báwo la máa ń sọ. Mi ò mọ mo fẹ́ sọ.
Ẹ máa ń fanú pọ̀ ni.
Yeah, mi ò tí bá release tummy mi ò kí n lè breathe dáadáa because ó ti mọ́ mi lára láti lẹ̀. You understand? So if you can do it, tẹ́ bá ṣe léra tẹ́ ń ṣe the regular thing that you're supposed to do, it's going to work for you. I cannot release my tummy pé kí n fi sílẹ̀ pé I cannot. I won't be able to breathe very well because
Sister Cindy has the discipline from small because I cannot plan for anything in this life.
Sister Cindy ó depend bínú yẹn bá ṣe tóbi tó.
Òun náà ni panu àṣàṣà lẹ́yìn ọmọ mẹ́ta. Ibo ni kìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Then sis, if you want to lose belly fat again, they've told you in the comment after chai seed. So chai seed, apple cider vinegar, and then don't eat after 6 p.m. Your stomach will go down if you can do it. That's natural. Those are the natural things we have for you for belly fat.
ẹ lọ jíìmù sí kẹwọ rẹ waist trainer.
You know, ṣe pé gbogbo waist
Tó
trainer
bulaye
the
ni
rest
gbogbo
mi ò lè wọ̀.
waist trainer bíi
I can
No, I mean, I want to pick them myself in case I drop this thing
wọ́n lè
back.
wọ́n látàrọ̀ sílẹ̀.
Kaná ń pè o. Does
wọ́n
waist
lè
trainer
wọ́
even
waist
work?
trainer látàrọ̀ sílẹ̀.
Mi
Does
lè
it even
wọ̀.
work? It's just for
Mi ò
your
lè
clothes to be
wọ̀.
fine. It
I no
doesn't
go
work like
fit
reduces your tummy. I
waist
don't think
ó
trainer.
máa ń
so.
ṣiṣẹ́ o tó bá wà consistent ó máa
Sister
ń ṣiṣẹ́ o.
Cindy, this stomach that they want to help me
I know,
remove.
Wesha.
Sister, this stomach excess fat that they want to help me remove. My daughter say you have to wear the faja for 3 weeks. Ìrònú ayé bá mi. Ìrònú ayé ti bá mi bí mo ṣe wà yìí.
You are going on your own volume.
Yes, so you're going to wear, you're going to train that
bike
those
or
things
your
don't work, my
enter bus.
dear. Those things don't
Love your
work.
neighbor as yourself, no more than
If you
yourself.
want to lose your belly fat, you have to work from within your body. And also there are exercises that help with, help you burn your fat, your tummy fat. You should, I think you should watch, you see all those fat, I don't know, Sha, but I feel they don't work to be honest. You need to work from within. That's just the key.
Coco,
Look
I
for-
agree with you. I say I'm going for surgery because now I
You have
have
to wear compression now. after
yes, I
surgery.
have
Hey,
flabby
but
skin.
see, I can
right?
tell you it
I'm
works,
thinking because it says I have to wear it for at least 3 weeks, minimum of 3 weeks. I'm still
for
thinking, pay for the
compression.
net. Now I have to be and compression. 3 weeks. I'm not doing, let me correct it. I'm not doing BBLU. It's like it's
Tummy
free
tuck.
because I have lost
Yeah,
over
tummy tuck.
150 pounds, right?
If you can
So I
afford
can
tummy
get
tuck,
the surgery
Àwa
free.
tiẹ̀ ṣì máa ṣe bọ́dì kò
Ehen.
sí.
I can get the surgery free just for my stomach. And my
honestly,
doctor
if,
is saying I have to wear the faja for 3 weeks. I
if
don't
you
know how I'm going to do it.
but but that is because you did a surgery. You're on the
Yes.
surgery.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That even for the surgery, I'm thinking not to
that
think
one
about
I'm not
people who
saying
wear it
anything
every
about.
day normally.
No, all these fads, they work for your...
Sorry.
Wait, Coco Berry, I
Yeah.
have a friend here. To máa ń wọ kíní yẹn, méjì ló máa ń wọ papọ̀.
Egbe.
A máa ń
Me too. I
ṣépè
have a
fún
friend
ni,
like that.
yes.
Yes.
A máa ń
This,
ṣépè fún ni pé ṣé o fẹ́ para ni.
Hey,
Shogun
But I
Laye.
tell you now, if
I
you see
cannot
her,
breathe on
if you
behalf
see
of
her, ẹ
Deji.
máa rò pé bóyá ó lọ ṣe tummy talk ni.
Tẹ́ bá
Sister
wà níbi mo ti
Moladele
wọ
me.
If you
fáhà
Were
mi,
see
you,
her
máa
now,
ṣàánú mọ́mì mi.
Sister Moladele me, were you asking me how I got my free surgery?
Yeah,
Me, I
yeah.
So
can't.
No,
I
definitely.
don't
I
like
got my
anything
free
that will
surgery
disturb my peace
because
of body.
I did the gastric bypass, right? And then I've lost over
Okay.
150. So my
Okay.
doctor kind of recommended it that, so now they're putting it that, mentally, I'm having body dysmorphia because of
Okay.
all the excess skin. So the only one that they can do for me for free. So it's not a tummy talk. I had
Okay.
to go see a stomach doctor, but it's in
Mm-hmm.
Canada, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
after that, they're going to now see if my insurance, they'll do the same thing
Covers
for my
that.
hand and my
Okay.
breast to see if my insurance would at least pay for my arm surgery
Mm-hmm.
and then a breast lift, no augmentation,
Okay.
nothing. But at least I'm going to get the stomach for I just don't have a surgery date yet, but I've been
Okay.
approved for the surgery.
Oh, okay then. Mom,
That's
you're
why.
going
yeah,
to be
I
so
wanted
When
to
you are in a
say
country
excited.
that works, see what
it
happens.
depends on
God.
your
Hey.
insurance.
Hi.
So that's what Sister Cindy, yes, but so for Canada, this stomach one, the doctor, because when I was, like I told you, before I did my surgery, right, my gastric bypass, he had already told me that if I lose, because that's another thing, that's what I'm saying, all these things is the way, do you know that people who do gastric and they add the weight back, they don't even lose as much, and they add the weight back ×2 within 2 years.
Yes, I know
So he
someone
told
like
me
that.
that if I'm able to lose 100 pounds, it would approve me for my stomach surgery. Now I'm going on 3 years. I've lost over 150 pounds. Well over. My starting weight was 390. As of yesterday morning when I weighed, I'm 215 pounds, which is about 95 or 90 something kilos. But my goal is 90, right? So that's why I got the free surgery. Just for my, and you tell you, I'm not a cosmetic surgeon. Just do it like they will redo my belly button. At least the flabbiness would be removed. So that's how I got the system.
As per the
Yeah.
insurance, I'm
I was
even talking
asking
about
because
the
I know
gastric
someone who's
sleeve.
gone on Monjaro and is struggling with saggy
Yes.
skin.
So I don't know what country they are in. Even in
It's
Canada,
UK.
so even in Canada, it depends on your doctor, and even in America. So like I said, like Sister Cindy is saying, I think Sister Cindy is in America. For my arm is even the worst, right? My arm, my breast is so flat. So he's saying, let's do the stomach first. He has some surgeons, like friends, that he'll recommend me, and they'll see how they can talk to my insurance if they can pay part of it. This stomach surgery now, the value is about $15,000 to $20,000, but I'm getting it for free because I lost so much weight.
Alice, my friend did her own with her insurance and her doctor. She only paid $100.
See, that's America, Abi.
Yes.
So that's
she
what
paid
we're hoping that.
$100.
So that's what the guy is saying. Him, it was even like
$100.
if they ask you to pay.
Yes,
Yes, now
because she has a very
insurance
good
to
insurance,
Oda.
and the doctor too cooperates with her. It depends on the relationship.
It depends on your doctor.
with your
Like this one, they're
doctor,
telling me that I've done so well that he's going to he should do the stomach first. And because he's doing the stomach first, he can tell his doctors that, look, I did this for free for her. She didn't even go through the insurance. So please help her with her arms and her breast. But it was like with the breast, they might not put implants. I said, I don't even want implants. I got me lift here there because Mama think conle. Mama think ma conle. Oh, that the confidence I have with my clothes. Listen, but in war bra pẹ̀lú gbogbo pad ayé yìí tá bá ṣí So he's saying, you know, me, I don't have body dysmorphia. I'm loving myself because when I remember ibiti mo bade, go, yeah, at 45. But, you know, if I can get it done, I'm happy. But my stomach is, you know, the main one. So that's it.
Okay, so for we guys, there's something called Kegel exercise, okay? Tẹ́bárí bọ̀bọ̀ South African kan báyìí tó máa ń lọ sókè tó máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ tó máa ń ṣe bí
Kegel exercise.
But do you men ni máa ṣe Kegel ṣá?
Obìnrin ló ní now. It's for women now.
No. It's all.
Yeah,
We
you
also
pelvic
have.
floor.
We also have the exercises for men too. Okay.
That's African guy that has big.
Yeah. So ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ máa ń mú àgbòjẹ̀dí.
Chef, any Mr. Lagbaja?
No, now see, go and look at the advantages of that. It makes you last longer. Àwọn ọkùnrin tó máa ń lo àgbo láti last long lórí obìnrin. Yeah, so you can actually use it to instead kẹ́ máa mú àgbo òṣì yẹn, ẹ lè máa lò ó náà. So it makes you be sexually
Okay, so let me quickly explain. Mommy Baby Soft Life said I should explain the chai seed. So the way I do my chai seed is I take 1 spoon, 1 table, like normal eating spoon. I put it in water and I leave it in the fridge overnight. You can do it within 30 minutes or 1 hour. I just leave mine overnight. And then the apple cider vinegar that Sister Candy showed before she left home, I put like 2-3 cups of that because it's very sour, and I take it on an empty stomach every morning. Even with that one, I only do it Monday to Friday because everything you must have cheat day. Ogunkolaye, weekends is I leave it for God. Even God had Sabbath day, so I leave it. But Monday to Friday, none fail. Before I drop my kids in the morning, once I'm down, I put the apple cider in it and I drink it. So that's how I do the chai seed. And it works for me. It also works for digestion as well. Sister Candy, I showed the apple cider so that people can see this one. So like 2 or 3 cups of it, that black cup, I put it in the morning, turn it around, and I drink it on an empty stomach. Some people do this one with warm water. You can also do like 2 or 3 spoons with warm water in the morning with just the apple cider. I just use mine with the chai seed.
Then before you use it, you need to shake it before you use it.
For those that are talking about flat tummy, they want to reduce the weight on their tummy. I think what also work is you should get lemon, ginger, and fresh mint and cucumber, and then soak them in water, maybe 2 to 3 liters of water, and add your ginger and lemon. Slice your lemon and put it into the water. Put some fresh mint into it. When you're putting the fresh mint, put it together with the stalk. Don't separate the leaf from the stalk. Put it together with the stalk. Add some cucumber and let it sit overnight. The next day, drink it. It will help you go to the toilet and it will help you flush out a lot of junk in your tummy. It will help you. It does help a lot to reduce tummy bloating and also tummy fat. That's one I know about, tummy. I use that and it works for me. Right now, I don't have any problem with my tummy aside from, where I had a C-section. I did C-section with my 3 kids. So I have just a little bit of a fupa. When you do C-section, there's this the thing there will just fall a little bit because of the pot. So that's the only problem I have. Aside from that, my tummy is flat and I'm good. So you should try that too. Yeah, pouch, exactly. Try that. So it works like wonders. Cucumber, lemon, ginger, and fresh mint. Soak it in water.
Like you can even, like I take it, I do that. Even what you're saying, like you can even do it as your water, like your daily water intake.
Exactly. That's
like
what I'm saying.
Your daily water intake. Yeah, bodies are different, St. Brown. That's why I said, for me, it works for me, Baby Soft Life. Sister Cindy's flat tummy technique is Tomafano. Well, Sister Cindy, panu mi láyé mi ò táyé máa fi parẹ́ mi. Ṣé ń jókì ni?
No, I think
Know that I have been
Tomorrow.
doing that pano
talking
for
about
a long time and it worked. It worked. I did that pano for a long time and it has
Ó máa ń
worked
ṣiṣẹ́ o,
for me.
téèyàn bá
Like
wà consistent, ó
so
máa ń
the
ṣiṣẹ́ o.
thing
Oh
is,
yeah, continue to do it now, honey
It's
mommy.
work.
Continue to do it.
no, what happened was when I gave birth to my second child, I gained much more weight. So even though I do it, it reduces a little, but not compared to when my tummy was much flatter. So I just need something to augment that. I used to do it and it worked. You wouldn't even know I have tummy if I fully suck it in. And I'm talking like this, as I'm talking to you, I've sucked it in. It doesn't alter anything, your breathing or anything when you're used to it. So it's only the tummy wrap that I cannot do. That one is always painful. I do it, I don't last 30 minutes, I remove immediately. I can't cope with the fire. Yes, but I can suck my
At least if I don't have anything, God has really blessed me with a very flat tummy. So I don't care. Go you tell me cool.
It was funny.
Why you
That's
ready?
evil now.
Any man doing
That's just evil. My weight
Can
loss
you
journey
be
has
suffering
been
us with what's paining us?
my weight loss journey has been up and
Not
down.
that it's not go shape, but yeah, flat, bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kẹ́ má máa beef mi o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Ẹ má beef mi o.
Okay, another expo that you can also give your man is just this. You can spice it up by giving him walnuts before, maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour before.
Ẹjọ ìgbàwo la sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí, ìgbàwo la sọ yẹn sí.
Another thing for you to know.
Nǹkan tó fẹ́ wá ṣe gangan náà ìjọ sọ yẹn.
Nǹkan tó ń dùnyàn ló máa ń pọ̀ jù lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń
Bàtà ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ tóbìnrin, tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀
Nǹkan tó ń
tóbìnrin.
kára
Ó dẹ̀
lára
ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ń complain báyìí.
And then another thing I want to remind
Well,
people
go to Sua. We don't want to go again, I beg.
Abina, Coco Berry, do you understand? For you to know that it's a more now. Coco Berry, do you know that? And I don't know if this works for you, but if it works for other people in the comment section or on the panel, they can, attest to it. No matter how strict you are, have you noticed that once you're about to, like the week your menstrual your period is going to come, you become very bloated no matter what you do. You don't lose weight doing that. That's what I'm saying. It's more
You don't lose weight, though.
The reason why every other thing
will be doing the same thing you're doing. Like,
yes,
you will not lose the weight, but you
won't
know,
lose nothing. During that time, it was Coach Dams that would say, "Olu, that's your, that's another cheat period for me." Doing my, because you can't there's nothing you do, but don't overindulge. You just be bloated because it won't work until you're done your period. And then your body resets again. That goes to show you that for women, it's a lot hormonal than, if you are very strict, it will work for you. But you see that 1 week in a month, when your period is coming, serious bloating, and you will not lose any weight.
That week, just forget about dieting. Just forget about it.
I hate it when I have event around that period because
But my own is a day or two before I start my period, I lose the weight ahead. I could lose a kg within 2 days. Within that 2 days before it starts, I could lose 1 kilo with the body. After that, once this thing starts showing, nothing I do that we even want. I want 100 gram money, like I won't lose it, no matter how hard I try.
So that from what I'm hearing now, my doctor says it. Imagine I'm 45. I'm praying to start my menopause because the way that I hear it, that is even worse when you're going through menopause. Nothing will work. That's why I want to make sure that I'm already snatched by the time that menopause will start, because it says your sugar craving, everything will start. Like you have hot flashes, you'll be uncomfortable. She any tó hot flashes don't fẹ́ ronú pé òun fẹ́ ṣe diet. You're having hot flashes around Nino. Like, so that's what I'm waiting for. Like that one is worse. That's why intermittent fasting helps from what I've heard. That's why I'm really hammering on that intermittent fasting.
That one is. See, guys, if you want to lose weight, if anything does not work for you, I beg you see that intermittent fasting. Don't joke with it. No matter the type of weight loss journey or weight loss diet you're indulging in, intermittent fasting included. Once it's 6 p.m., I don't eat anything. I do not eat anything at
We're
all.
starting. What are the people that we're starting together? Let's know ourselves so that we can join ourselves
That
on
one works
fasting.
for me, especially with my tummy. That one works for me. So it's like, yeah, I don't mind.
mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ already.
Èmi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Monday o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́
Yeah,
kí tẹ
now.
bá ní let's join wa, let's start on Monday.
Sister Cindy, ṣé ẹ ti jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí náà? Ẹ ti fi kíní hàn wá.
Mi ti
Báwo lẹ
jẹun
ṣe
ní
bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé
Monday.
Sister Candy?
That's Candy.
Sister Candy, báwo lẹ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé? Ṣé ẹ
ó
ti
di
jẹun,
6
ẹ ti fi apple cider, ẹ ti fi yogurt gbogbo ẹ̀ hàn wá? Báwo ló
ó
ṣe wá
di
jẹ́
6
pé ẹ
kí
ti
tó
bẹ̀rẹ̀?
jẹun lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ó di 6 kí tó jẹun lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ lè.
No, ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wáyé
But
pé ẹ
that's
jẹ
okay
kankan
now.
lẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wáyé pé tíì lásán lẹ mu tẹ́ ẹ fi ṣúgà sí ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́la gbogbo wa máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́la.
Kémi mu
Ẹ
tíì
jẹ́
lásán
àbẹ̀rẹ̀
títí di
lọ́la,
6
èmi
o'clock.
ti jẹ yam and egg.
Orí ò máa
Tí o
fọ́
kò ṣe
mi.
di 6 o'clock o tẹ bá ti jí ẹ kàn máa mu tíì tó bá ti dọ̀sán ẹ máa jẹ boiled egg àti nǹkan kékeré tó bá dalẹ̀ ẹ wá jẹ proper meal ọ̀la la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ a máa share meal plan. Sister Cindy láwọn ní lean èmi náà ní axdams àwa bá ṣe máa share láàrin ara wa.
Oh, yeah, meal
Ó ti
plan.
dá.
Cindy, send me your meal plan.
Tested in the meal plan, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o.
Sorry,
Help me
see,
sister.
menopause, yeah, it is something else. I tell you, it is something else. I mean, I've been doing weight watching for as long as I think when I had my second child, that was about 16 years ago. To make any problem, oh my God, premenopause, voila, then I'm now working at home. You see when that sugar craving starts, most especially when you don't sleep at night because of hot flashes. In the morning, bye. Màá kàn dìde níbi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni màá lọ sí kitchen màá kàn lọ everything àwọn nǹkan tí mi kì í jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ mo máa jẹ even without mi nílé control ara mi and all that. It's in fact that hormones something else ni I'm telling you. It's only God that can help you to control it. I know intermittent fasting works, which is what I do every day. But there are some periods, there are some days that you won't be able to control it. And again, now that you don't even know when your period is coming, you know that around your period time, you get bloated. But now, you don't even know when it's coming. You are just bloated every day now. You don't even know when it's coming, when it's not coming. But nǹkan tó ń ṣèyàn nígbà ní period time, just a week yẹn. You will have it all through the month now. You will just be heavy. Even when you are not eating, when you are not doing anything. You'll be heavy and things like that. I tell you, that's the one that's not easy to do. But actually, intermittent fasting works. But just, I'm telling you, there are days that even you are fasting, but then you will still be heavy. And you will know in yourself that's why am I, like yesterday now, because I want to go to a party. So yesterday I was just like, let me try it again. If you see my tummy, and Sister Cindy, even pẹ̀lú bí mo ṣe ṣe, normally tẹ́lẹ̀ tí bá pa ikùn, you won't even know ikùn mi máa flat gan like èèyàn tí ò tí ì bímọ. Ó yọ nínú aṣọ yẹn. I was really surprised. And this morning again, I went to try it again. Ó tún ti lọ sílẹ̀. It's something you can't control. It will just be up and down, up and down, up and down. You wake up in the morning, lọ́jọ́ mi báyìí, you just be like everything you want to eat, anything tó bá gbà wájú ẹ̀ báyìí. It's really sad. It's really sad. I wish kò jẹ́ pé irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ò ní máa ṣẹlẹ̀. And I've been on this now, I'm telling you, for 5 years. I've been on this for 5 years. There are days that you won't even sleep at all. Most especially heat tó kọjá ní UK yìí. For those weeks, I didn't close my eyes. It was yesterday that I had to take sleeping pill to sleep.
I don't know.
Because
Mommy Sand Brown, you have been through menopause for 5 years. I thought this is just for a few months and then you go back to normal.
Premenopause. I've been on premenopause now for 5
Lord
years.
of
So
Jesus.
let me tell you something. It was last year. I had me period in last year. I think it was around November or something. And I was happy because to bá ti lè gbé di 12 months tí ò jáde rárá, then that is your menopause. And I was happy. Can I tell you what? About 2 months ago, and normally mo máa ní serious menstrual pain. In fact, a week or two kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ period, màá ti máa ní pains, màá ti máa mọ̀ pé mo máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ period mi. But this one, me ní anything. I went to a party, mo dé, mo dẹ̀ bọ́ aṣọ, mo dẹ̀ rí. And I was really happy pé mo ti fẹ́ wọ menopause, mo ti fẹ́ wọ menopause. Ó kàn wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. For the past 5 years, I'm telling you, it's not an easy thing. It's, you know, we get to a stage that
And you
I
so
was
5 years.
praying.
Baby soft life, so 10 to 15 years on silent.
Yes, I've been on this. I'm telling you, there was a day I'm just praying that Ọlọ́run ò dẹ̀ bá mi tiẹ̀ gbé kíní. If I know pé nǹkan tó máa worst báyìí ni, ìgbà tí mo bí ọmọ, màá ti ní kàn yọ womb. Because you know what? Máa rush tẹ́lẹ̀ náà, but ìsinyìí, ó tún wá. In fact, now, tí bá parí period mi, máa wà anemic. I'm telling you. When people, but how your man saw,
yes, me, I'm already anemic. It gets worse when my period is coming. I'm gonna, you know, I have, you know, you start having the dizzy spells, but I pay more faint, you know, and it's worse. My iron is low. My blood. So I'm always on iron supplements and blood supplements. I know exactly what you're saying, ma. You know, especially when your period is coming and it's heavy.
The kind of heat we're talking about, that snow, when you are sleeping, this snow, ìgbà tó dẹ̀ máa jí mi is around 12:30 ọrùn báyìí ni heat yẹn máa jáde. In fact, kí èsì kò sí bí èsì yẹn bó ṣe lè tutù tó, heat yẹn máa jáde láti inú ọrùn èèyàn and ó máa jí ẹni, kò sí ni, you will open your eyes and you won't sleep all through the night again. It's from the neck. Ó máa jáde láti inú ara ni, seriously. It's in fact, now I realize the reason why tó ṣe jẹ́ pé nínú UK is part of the things tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n take serious níbi iṣẹ́ ńsìn, don't realize pé wọ́n affect obìnrin. It's crazy, sincerely speaking. In fact, period gbà tí mo ṣì young, tí mo ṣe period, tí máa ní menstrual pain, ni mo ṣe máa wò pé kíní ti pọ̀jù. In fact, eléyìí ó worst. Though not everybody, some people might not feel as bad as that, but menopause is not something that is easy. In fact, obìnrin try, I tell you. Obìnrin try, it's a serious thing. I wish I just wake up one day. You can imagine, I think it's like about 3 months, 12 months, because my doctor said once it's 12 months and you don't have it, it will go. 3 months to 12 months. Ó kàn jáde. Mi ti ẹ̀ ní gbogbo feelings tí máa ní tí máa fẹ́ ní period.
Mọ́mí Bíọ́dún ẹjọ́ ṣe wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ṣé Mọ́mí Abíọ́dún wà ń bẹ̀ àbọ̀ ṣe mistake? Because baby soft life fẹ́ gòkè.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ mo máa ń ṣe glute exercise and all that. Gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ mo máa when I was still young, you think I did BBL. Máa ṣe glute exercise, but now my knees. Menopause ò ń ṣe nǹkan kékeré. My knees nígbà míì tí bá dìde, with the fact that I still do exercise, I still go to the gym, but míì tí bá dìde, my knees, you will hear the sound, like a cracking sound.
Baby soft life, camera yín fẹ́ ṣí o, camera, open camera yín o.
So easy. I wish there's something they can do for me that would just take it away.
Okay.
Honestly, that would just take it away.
Is it closed?
So, but I mean, don't be afraid. It's not everybody.
It's closed. It's closed, ma. Baby soft life. It's closed, ma.
Thank you.
Only ma affect me, but maybe there are some other people who will not experience it.
Yeah, Saint, I wanted to add to what you were saying, and I don't want to also discourage the younger people. Sherry, what you have discussed today is so educative. And for some of us, you're just reminding us of what we used to do before we had menopause. Now, one day I was having a meeting and I was leading the staff. So I felt very dizzy and faint. That was like 2 years ago. I can't remember. So my staff actually had to run to my office to check I was fine. They were opening my office window and everything because it was an online meeting. So as I was going home, I called my mom and I said, because she's a retired nurse, she used to work in King's London. I said, Mom, I'm a bit worried. Can I be pregnant? And she said, what happened? And I said, I was leading a meeting. I felt dizzy. I was so embarrassed. My staff were running to my office to so she now said to me, she laughed for a long time. She now said, baby, it's called perimenopause. And I said, are you sure it's not pregnancy? She said, yes. I said, great. That is good news. I said, but what is it? And she said, oh, Mommy, it lasts 10 to 15 years. And I've heard from other people that's the same thing. She said, there'll be lots of symptoms, but I beg you. That's what she said. I beg you, don't, if you can,
withstand it, don't take any medication from like NHS. And I've spoken to some other people to check where Oyinbo, they have told me as well they abstained from that HRT, whatever thing, because what they said is it only delays it. Now, if menopause is feeling this way, can you imagine delaying it till you're 70 because you've taken medication and then having it in that age? But let me tell you my own experience of menopause. I'm just going to make it very brief. I used to run 5 miles as exercise. I can do it like
Sis, are you
5
saying some
days a week
people are taking meds to delay their
to deter
menopause?
the effect. Hormonal management, there's
Yes,
medication for it.
yes, all those
Yes,
hormones
but
and things like that.
yes,
Well, it
yeah,
doesn't
but
work
you
for
might feel
everyone anyway. Baby soft light share
it doesn't work for
everyone.
everyone. But the doctors will quickly prescribe it if they think you're
Yeah.
struggling. But I tell you, even Oyinbo friends have told me that and I was impressed to hear that because I thought it was a doodoo, that would say Momora. No, they said because all it does is it defers when it
Yeah.
starts. So if you defer it till 70, but let me tell you my own experience, and I'm not capping. For the past 2 to 3 years, my husband's really amazing. I've got to give that to him. He actually took a training course online on menopause to understand it. Because when that thing started, only I don't understand what's happening with you. You're not like this. I lost all willpower to exercise. But let me say something to all of you, because Soleni is very valid. The exercises I had done in the days of running, I would even compete in mother's race and come first in my children's school, and all of those things I used to do. That is what has sustained me today. But I'm having to work triple times, harder to keep it. By nature, in my father's side of the family, we're all very big. We're all very small, tiny people. So I'm a size 8 currently. But if you know how I'm struggling to keep that size, you would not believe it. 3 years ago, I did the intermittent fasting, mixed it with keto, mixed it with something else. And I moved from size 12 to a size 8. I did it with my mom. She also dropped, although with age, she's 80 plus, she's going to be 80. She can't keep up with these things anymore. So she's piling on weight, of course, not as mobile. But let me go back to the menopause experience. I couldn't do them anymore. I have gadgets in my house, gadgets for exercise. I used to do all these things. I'll run. I didn't even do gym. Even my daughter, who is a county runner, when I go for my 5-mile run, the time she went with me once, she stopped going with me. She said, Mom, it's too long a distance. You're fast. You're not going at my pace. It's kiniko, but I don't even have the willpower. My husband did that training. He understood a bit. I'm not exaggerating. In our room, there's 5 fans and 1 air condition. And that runs all through the year, winter, whatever. And 1 window is permanently opened. That sort of thing, because I am really struggling with all this menopause. Shawari, when I get that heat flush or whatever they call it, sorry, I can't see. When I don't know what's wrong with my TikTok, I can't see. My comments stop moving when I go up. But when I have my hot flush, Sherry, the way I can explain it to you is if you've ever been near a barbecue, when they're doing barbecue, heat to my hairs of the body and you move back. That is exactly how the hot flash feels. It starts from like below and it rises all through your body. And you can have that sometimes maybe 10 to 20 times in a day. And each episode could last maybe, in my own head, it's as if each episode lasts like 30 minutes, but no, I think they don't last sometimes more than 3 minutes or less, but you're in severe like agony. And what happens with me is turn red. Then my hands and my knuckle area will now go black when I'm having that episode. And my husband sees my color change and he goes, oh my goodness, you're having, and I say, yes, that's what I'm having. So all the things you've said today have really helped me. And I think it's just now my mindset you people have helped, because I now have to go back and try those things I'm doing. I'm not a big person, but I tell you something, like Cindy was saying, but I tell you something, it is extremely difficult, no willpower. Now I'll tell you why I was given Mounjaro. Because you'll be thinking, what? You're size 8 and they're giving you Mounjaro. My weight.
I wanted to say that too. Size 8, ma. How far?
But to this, surely sometimes you can be tiny but not as healthy. Because it's not about being tiny. A fat person might be, it's not fat, it's not the right word, but a bigger person might be healthier than me. But why they gave it to me was because I used to be someone with low blood pressure. Then my blood pressure started shooting up 150/112. And it's not like I'm worried. So they now said that it might be the complications of the menopause. So they now said if they give me that, maybe perhaps it would help me with my dieting and I might have a bit of willpower too. So I don't use Mounjaro like boo. So when I used it, I stopped after a while because it gave me energy to do stuff and all of that. So I stopped after a while. When I then stopped, that willpower still was not there. So they now said, look, okay, maybe we should just start you again and put you on a lower dose. But bear in mind, all this while, I had been able to maintain my weight for the past maybe 7-8 years when I lost all those skinny through this fasting thing. But the minute that menopause thing started, keeping it at that 8, no problem. But like Cindy is saying, if she has a party, my own is, I don't want to change my wardrobe again. So that should be for me. I start becoming, oh my God, oh my goodness, oh my, because I can't change my wardrobe. I don't want to. So that is what helps me. But today, you guys have really motivated me to okay, go back to what is good. So even though people might be going kilo size 8 kilo, no, it's not about the size. It's about what is menopause doing to your body and to your system. So I think Mayor would help us at another time where we'll have a full-on menopause bait, because you just lose all willpower to do anything, But thank you all. It's been really helpful today.
Thank you, ma. And your name is really, your name fits you, ma. Your name fits you, baby soft life. Your voice is so soft.
What's soft to Baje?
Oh, soft to you, mommy. What is soft to you? Very apt. Baby soft life with the soft voice.
Our comment is not soft too. Our comments these days.
No, our comments, no. I've seen her sometimes too when she's talking. Sister Boladini, when she's upset. That will not be she water. Soft water. Woman go on that down. Mọ́mọ́ mi lè yọ ẹjọ́ ìjọ́ tẹ́ bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ menopause yẹn fún one date mo lè gbá off ìjọ yẹn. Torí ọ̀rọ̀ menopause yìí dẹ̀ ti wá dé nǹkan mi o.
We have to be here.
Mayor gan mo fẹ́ treat topic kan because and discuss ẹni kan. Mayor, whenever you have time, can you please tell us everything you know about pelvic prolapse? Mi mọ̀ bóyá ṣì wà ń bí báyìí.
Yes, indeed. God bless you.
Yeah, pelvic prolapse. Please come and tell us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I bought one equipment. It's crazy. I've only used it once. Because when you are in menopause, Saint, you might be able to comment on this. But sometimes when you're on the toilet seat, to ball or cough, it will feel like your inside wants to fall out.
Yeah.
Show me what Saint.
Yeah.
Cindy ẹjọ́ kíni tẹ́ sọ yìí mi mọ nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yìí mọ bẹ kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
It's important, Cindy.
Baby soft life, you know what I've noticed? Everything that happens to me now, once I go to my doctor and I explain it, they don't give me medication for most of them because what they tell me it is menopause. So they try to avoid giving me medication. And I've noticed that when I go and read about it, it is actually. Because a lot of things, baby soft life, you had the experience whereby you don't want to see anybody. You just want to be locked up in your room alone. Even your phone will be ringing. You won't pick it.
No. Sadly, I'm introverted. So I don't have plenty friends like that. So maybe it's easier for me to get. I'm with my family and I'm fine with, that kind of thing. Our mommy and not coming.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I was somebody to manure and repete, I probably would feel that way, because even at that, my sister-in-law, who's much older than me, she still called me, some days ago, and she said, but But I don't know if it's to do with menopause or just because I'm introverted. But I want to mommy, those that know me, they want it more as me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they just meet me wherever we live off. Even I have a friend of mine, Ojuberesi Timini girl, a very beautiful, lovely girl by Edo girl. She has a very good heart. Birthday, and kò fijọ́ kan bínú sí mi rí tó bá jẹ́ bí 2 days later tí n bá text ẹ̀ kí n pé yeah, I'm so sorry and is it not you, it's you now. Can you imagine? And she doesn't forget mine. She even remembers one of my children's birthday. That's her. But that is what I call friendship. So what I then did was I put it on my phone calendar about 5 years ago so that I'm a mistake anymore. But it's just, I think my personality doesn't let me feel that impact of I'm missing out. But tobacco
If you're
is very
introverted.
important.
Yeah, it might be that's the reason why you are not feeling it. How about brain fog? Sis, I want to go and get something upstairs. I'm in the
Don't scare
kitchen.
these
Then I
young
remember,
people,
let me
no.
go upstairs and get this. I will get upstairs.
Don't scare these young people,
From kitchen to upstairs.
Wow.
See, I think it's better.
Don't scare these young people.
It's better for you to know what you are going to experience.
The
Honestly,
thing
it is better.
You will get to where you've gone to.
I will
might
get
just find out,
upstairs.
I want to go and get something. I not say Kimowawa be by why am I here? Then I will go back downstairs. And then but you know what Akomofin be? Because Mofin compete with Okomini. Because Okomini,
Yeah.
you're forgetting things. And I used to be very thorough. I jot down a lot, like all the things you've been saying this morning. I have my journal here. I always jot. I jot down things a lot. That's why I kept on saying to people, please repeat this or something. I jot down a lot. But because Muma fe fishe ogboju, so that my husband will not say, see, you've forgotten again. You will need me older. I mean, when you're older. Muma fe fishe, me call Baba sorry. So when I go there, I won't say Mugbabenko. But in my head, I'll be thinking, bloody hell. Then you say, please, what have you forgotten? I'm here to help you.
Sincerely. In fact, now,
It's called
because
brain fog.
my brain is very, very smart. I don't forget things. I don't write things down. I don't write any. But now I have books everywhere where I write things. Everywhere. My office, everywhere, every sticky paper, because you just yeah.
Láti ẹ̀pọ̀ ń bẹ̀,
Yes.
máa pàtó mọ́ra.
Andy, láago mélòó ló ti ń sáré lọ toilet?
Kí lẹ rí sísà? Mo
Láago
ní máa
mélòó ló ti
pàtó
ń sáré
mọ́ra.
lọ toilet?
Omolade, it starts early for some people, though.
Kí lẹ rí
Menopause
Sàmúládé?
starts early for some people, so she might be experiencing it.
So now, studies have shown that that's why all this Gen Z with all this processed food, people have started going into menopause from the age of
From their
35.
30s, yeah.
Yes.
Sàmúládé mi máa ń pàtó
35.
mọ́ra o.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. You're saying the opposite. Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't have a supportive husband, oh my God, it will be bad. Because I can imagine, Timon go through it. Pity or coming, with all this, because sometimes you just snap up and it's not you. So a very supportive husband told them, if I need lati lo kanipa eni. If you don't go and read about it or go for a training about it, you are going to have issues in your family. Honestly, because it affects everything about a woman. Even in the other room, it affects everything. Everything. So it's like you and your husband.
Mommy, the only thing you have said about this menopause that I like is the introvert type. Is the introvert thing. Now, when we finish this thing now, it's Sunday morning. I'm going back to sleep. I've been here since 2 o'clock. I'll be 3 a.m. It's just 6:45. I don't bother with people. It even affects my kids. Like, I have to mentally, plan activities with, because my son is going to be 18. He doesn't bother with me, but I have a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old that I still have to, plan things with. I have to make a mental note of it. I can stay in my room from January to December. Nothing will happen. So in all of these things that you have said,
If
that's
not
the
you are
only thing I
making
love.
money or I want to eat,
Àti
I
ẹ̀kọ́
will
ń
just
bẹ̀.
leave my room.
Àti ẹ̀kọ́ ń bẹ̀.
So
I'm
that may
telling
not,
you.
that may not affect you. Like
Mr. Candy, no,
me,
ẹ má
I
sọ pé
like
àpọ̀
going
ńbẹ. Ṣẹ́rí
to.
store tẹ́yìn lọ yẹn, ẹ̀yin ṣì ń wọ gym wear, ẹ̀yin ṣì ń lọ store ẹ̀ lọ ń rà. I be order online.
I'm telling
Except I'm going to buy water in
No,
Costco and
me,
I'm
I
going
don't
to,
mind going
and
to
it's
the
once a
store
month.
by myself.
And I work from home. So that's the only good thing about this menopause thing that people have said that I'm looking forward to. Please,
So
mommies, can I ask?
you might not feel that then.
But
You might not feel that.
mommies and Brown, if somebody now remove their womb, will all of this thing affect them?
Well, I think babies also, I think they still have some of it, some part of it. I think they still go through it somehow.
Àkọ́kọ́ feel it.
I think they still, Mayor will be able to tell us about that. I don't know.
Oh,
Mayor will
no,
be able to tell us
sis,
about
mommy,
that.
may yonjo ole ma wa sọ gbogbo kini fún wa. Please, we need a class on this thing.
ṣé kàn ṣe pé mi gan tí wọn menopause báyìí because since una dey talk I come dey talk like e don dey happen o.
It does affect me gone because I'm the outgoing type before. In fact, kò sí weekend tí mi kí n lọ sí party, but now, in fact, me lè rántí ọjọ́ tí mo ti fọwọ́ kan makeup table mi. I don't go out. I don't do most of the things I do now.
Surgery. Maybe Cindy can help with that. It's a major surgery. Tobacco kini ejade. I mean, they would not do it for you except it's absolutely necessary. I know a friend of mine. Oh, she man wore crop top.
Oh yes, I know. I was just asking because my sister last year, like 2 years ago, she had because she has very bad fibroid, and they were like they cannot remove the fibroid without removing her womb. Luckily, she has kids. But I have another friend who doesn't have any kid. She also had it. Like she was telling the doctor to remove the fibroid, and they said because of where the fibroid was located, she was going to bleed out if they don't remove the womb. And so her doctor refused to do it without her signing the consent of removing her womb. So they removed her womb as well. That was what I was asking, So I know two people that they've removed their
will be
womb.
better placed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Stop with widow victimization.
Maybe is it what do they call that? Hysterectomy, the full one. Maybe when it's the full, when they remove it totally.
Hysterectomy,
When they
yes.
remove your ovary,
When it's totally
you're not gonna
removed.
have it. Yes.
Yeah,
when
because
they
that will
remove your
stop menopause totally. I mean, that will stop blood and all that, so you won't have it. So you may not have it. Yeah, if it is full one. Yeah. But I mean, if I had known when I had my second child, I would have told them to just remove it. Yeah, some people, it does that for some people, yeah. It does that for some
What should
people.
happen? It should increase, decrease. Báwo mélòó mo ti ṣe láyé yìí?
I think it works differently.
It does that for some people.
Yeah. In some people, it will increase. In others,
It will increase in some
not really
people, yeah,
happen
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Sis
But I
Candy,
think for most people,
good tidings. Okay, what's
it's
gangi?
downward. I think it's downward for most
Mayor
people. But
Day.
there are some special people that
Hello,
it's
Mayor.
Up, Mayor.
Good morning,
Mayor
sis.
is here. Okay, everybody keep quiet.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep quiet.
The hysterectomy thing and all those things.
Okay.
Taking out the womb is usually not the best, except if there is a medical reason, if there is a health issues that the womb is affected, because generally the womb has its own role it's playing in stabilizing our hormones as women. And that's why when you're going through premenopausal, you have all these funny things that everybody's talked about. So yes, taking out the womb helps to even regulate the way we feel, aside the benching part. Aside the benching part and all those things. So yeah, the womb has a major role it plays. Even it helps in the releasing of the good hormones, the happy hormones as well. It's have a way it connects with the brain and all those things. So the womb is not just carrying babies; it's helping us to stabilize our mood as women And if there is a reason for it to be removed, most time you should ask your doctor to put you on hormone replacement therapy. Because when the womb is out, that's why you'll be irritable. There are so many things that will be happening. So yes, and taking out the womb, oh yeah, to say taking out the ovaries as well. So if they are taking everything out, then you obviously any need maybe more. They've taken out the ovaries, they've taken out the tube, they've taken out the womb. That's the usually called total abdominal hysterectomy plus bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. That is the total removal of everything. So you definitely need to be on some form of hormone replacement therapy. If they take out the womb and your ovaries is left and you are still fertile, you might get pregnant, or it will lead to something like ectopic pregnancies and all those things. So we need to be aware before you do any of these things. Speak with your healthcare provider. And for um, mammectomy, which is the removal of fibroids, yes, the for the person that spoke, you're telling you without sign, even for normal fibroids removal, you will sign plus or minus hysterectomy because the womb is highly vascularized. It means blood all is as in there is a lot of blood that goes to our womb. So any little thing, if they cannot control the bleeding, they will take it out. So generally, they don't like doing mammectomy for somebody who has not have children. Basically, if you're in a childbearing age, they will avoid tampering with the womb. But if you've like, okay, you've finished having children, the fibroids is really, really disturbing you, then they might take it out. But if not, they just generally you let it be. You leave things as it is. But if it is fibroids that is life threatening, is causing a lot of anemia, you're bleeding a lot, where it is placed is affecting you and all those things. Yes, they might remove it, but they might want to avoid it if you're in a childbearing age because yeah, if so yes, that is basically about the womb. So the womb has a lot of job it's doing for us as women, aside just carrying babies and shedding it. The womb shed its what is not needed. That is what is called menstruation. It's shedding the things that we don't need, the epithelias and all those things. That's shedding the wombs of some. In old days, they said the womb is weeping, so it's shedding out what is not needed. So for every cycle for women, the first week has how it affects our body, the second week has how it affects our body, the third week, usually when that is the ovulation period. No, the second week is usually when you're approaching the ovulation, it has what it does. So each part of the 4 weeks cycle for women has a role it plays in our physical health and our mental health and sexual health as well. So yes, it's not just carrying babies. It is doing a lot. It connects with the brain. It releases especially the good hormones. It helps with sexual intercourse between couples. It helps you feeling juicy, So yeah. Did I make
Sister Mayor, there's something I want to say. I have a Nigerian friend that had a fibroid, and
yeah.
she lives in Turkey here.
Yeah.
She went for a surgery. They removed the fibroid because she was trying to have a baby. She and her husband, she couldn't get pregnant. So she went ahead to remove the fibroid, and then months later she got pregnant, and then she had her baby. After having a baby, month later she died. Does the operation removing the fibroid, does
Wow.
it have anything to do with her demise, or it's just, it just happened?
I would say it could be coincidence. It could just be coincidence. Usually risk of surgery or after effects of surgery is usually the first few hours, the first few days. That's why when you come out from surgery, you are placed in recovery room where they're keeping a close eyes on you. And if there is no problem, you go to the normal regular ward. If there is a problem, they bring you to critical. And yeah, so really from the leg, it will travel to the lungs or the brain or the heart. So those are the major effects of surgery. Another thing is bleeding and all those things. So within the first few hours of surgery, it could just be they could have done an autopsy or know what causes her by. So it might just be there are many people that have had mammectomy went on having babies. Mammectomy is removal of fibroids, sorry. Went on to have babies and there is no issue. So it could just be a coincidence. You could have had some health issues that people don't know about. Usually, it's not everything people tell us. Or if it is just a sudden death, a sudden cry, they need to do an autopsy to know why. It's usually good to know why. Doing an autopsy is not just about, especially if the person lived at a young age, it's not just about looking for trouble. It's about knowing what happened so that they might know if there is a history in that family to be able to pass this information to the family that, okay, this might be in the family. Sometimes our great great grandfathers or mothers have some issues that were never recorded. Now we are seeing it, especially those genetic factors. Now we are seeing it. Then people at Nigerian, certainly Abuyo Wayeni and all those things. But it's usually some genetic factors that were never recorded. That's why when you go to hospital, they're asking you, does your father have this? Does your mother have this?
And also, I also want to deviate us from this topic to another. I need Sister Mayo to help me out a little bit. Do you know anything about sinusitis? Like, my husband has sinusitis. He has a problem. He went.
Sinusitis.
Yeah, and
Fẹ́ràn máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ yín ṣe gbá ọkọ yín family
that one, no, this one is okay. It's an health thing. It's not something.
Ẹ kọ́gbọ́n lára èmi àti Sister Temi.
Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. All these mad people. They are here now. The good ones that will be talking for almost 3 hours. They don't go see them. Now all this small part they go cut. You'll be shocked and be like, is it the same conversation we were having? Did you hear my sister, mommy, baby soft
maybe you can DM me.
Maybe you can educate more. It's not a deadly disease.
No, Emma worry.
Nǹkan tí ẹ bá sọ ní pé ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni sùúrù nǹkan tí ẹ bá sọ ní pé ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí tọ́pìkì báyìí ó ṣe pé kẹ́ ní ọkọ yín ní kinní kan.
Yes. Ọsìn kẹ díẹ̀ máa wọn.
Ti gbọ́ ọ̀nà ni ẹgẹ kẹlẹ́
fi wèrè ní wọn o, wèrè gidi.
Kò kàn ayé. So
it's actually more common.
I don't think it's even something that it's worrisome that people will have a problem with. I think your sister Mayo can educate us on it, Jare. Tí bá ti ń jẹ nǹkan mo kì í gbádùn. So, so there was an operation involved in it, and then after the operation, I think it got worse. Like though the problem before the operation, there was water coming down from the nose, having severe headache, things like that. Then after the operation, all those symptoms stopped. But now it's like he does have severe, like the headache is there though. The headache do come and go, and also how do I say he does experience a lot of symptoms like headache and tiredness regularly than before the operation was done. So what do you think? Is it the operation that he did, or I don't know, just educate us on it, maybe I can pick one or two things from it.
If you give me a few minutes, I'm just, yeah.
Sis Candy, you are paused. So please tap. Oh, come on, Dawano. This is so educative.
Ó sì ọ̀ràn léléyìí bó ṣe
ẹ má wọrí
Sister
ẹ lè
Cindy,
jábọ́.
ẹ̀yin lẹ dẹ̀ fún wọn ní ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn lóyè. Ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn ní kíní tẹ́ sọ pé wọ́n ti pass, wọ́n ti graduate.
èmi
Sisters,
ìwẹ̀ ṣá
ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn lóyè ìjọ birthday wọn náà, ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn certificate. Ó yẹ kẹ́ ṣì mú certificate yẹn dání ni.
Ẹ má fọ ẹ lè jábọ́ mú wa pẹ̀lú yín.
This has been so educative.
Ṣèbẹ̀rì how many hours láti wà nídìí kinní yìí tá à ń ṣe nǹkan tó wà educative nígbà tó lóṣù wọn bá máa mú nǹkan jáde níbẹ̀ báyìí ẹ máa rò pé
Sister Candy, I fear we no fear them.
Sister Cindy, come.
I
don't give a
feel
damn.
ẹ̀gbọ́n wà tí Mommy Baby Soft Life sọ pé mi ní mò ń tọ́ ẹ lé o. Ọmọ ní màmá.
Ìyẹn ló
Ọmọ
fẹ́
ní
báyìí o.
mi ní mò ń tọ́ ẹ lé o. Mi sọ pé mò ń tọ́ sára o.
Olúwa olóṣèlú fún yín mẹ́. Do you know? For the past 2 years, I didn't bring out my face out because of this. These are nonsense.
Let me tell you something. That's why I always change name. That's why when they say that's why this Candle Nation is paying me. I don't use Alus. I don't use Gajidi Meko. They don't even know my, and I have like 3 other accounts that I just used to watch them on another phone.
People here, man.
So me good cover mom. I'm a block. But you man block his Sister Candy kiri àtẹnìyàn burú.
I never
block
knew.
èmi náà. Torí mo máa mú ni. Mo máa mú òun ni máa mú wá sí comment section. I'm a bandit, yo, Sister Bene. I'm a bandit. When I want to message Sister Temi like this, you say, "Who are you on the platform?" When I give her my names like this, she will just laugh and say, "Okay, I'm a bandit. You want good or come me ni Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Only TikTok yìí ni lé mi. Àwọn ọmọ mi ti wà okay. I know they get friend. I know they come out. Now here we dey. I have a permanent phone for TikTok. Just TikTok. My family members will say, "Kilo dey ẹ̀yin àtàwọn people yìí. No leave, no transfer." And if wale àwọn family mi nìyẹn kò tí lè yé yín. Wọ́n tó bá mọ page mi, mẹ́ta ni Papariano ló dé kọ mi. Mo lọ fi original page mi lọ comment láyé ìgbà tí Yomi máa wá sórí page ẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ bú pa. Bó ṣe block mi ni. Wọ́n block mi ni mo bú. Ṣé gèsì lára mo wá wò pé mo ṣáà máa wá mi ò ní rí. Bí ṣe 3 accounts ni mi ní tí máa fi ń lọ see the other side. Mo dẹ̀ tún máa ṣe wà lórí Temi's platform àbí tẹ́ bá wà ọ̀la I'm a bandit you. Real bandit, I no go lie you. Which Temi platform? Mo tó yẹ máa rí mi comment section máa gbé wọn débẹ̀ ni pé nǹkan báyìí ló tún sọ ń sìn yàn. Àfi tó bá ní ká má comment. Sister Bene, wọ́n máa block yín. Wọ́n máa block no Sister Bene, wọ́n máa ó yẹ kán block yín. Sister ènìyàn burú mi tí mo bí ọ ṣì máa rí wọn.
Wọ́n block Bene òkè lọ káàkiri lọ́n sọ pé they don't block Candy everywhere.
Block Sister Candy, okay.
Àwọn èèyàn báyìí
Sister Bene máa ń lọ káàkiri bó ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọn máa Sister Bene náà mo respect wọn.
Pẹ̀lẹ́ Easy Babe.
Easy Babe, wọ́n tún block ẹ̀yin náà lánàá.
Blocking na ọ̀tá.
Me lè jẹ́ kó block mi.
Nigerians are wild. Now for this group, I must say yes.
I'm telling you. And with the recent happenings again, like I said, with what just happened this week or this past week, I just realized that I'm living the best life ever.
Honestly.
Because when these things happen, it reinforces the fact that less is more. You really don't need nobody. Like
Honestly.
I said, my son is going to be 18. He's my paddy. If I need anything, we talk, I ask him. He keeps me up to date. My 2 small shukinions, those ones, they bother me enough. We do our thing.
They call me. I don't get time for rubbish. So I don't involve myself in things that will get me in problem.
And at all, I cannot leave the whole of Nigeria and come here and still be doing one pay.
That's my age. And I avoid anything.
Sister Mayor is back.
Outside TikTok. Pé ká máa ní WhatsApp number ara wa pẹ̀lú gbogbo àtijọ́ tí a ti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ ṣé Mayor fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ní Candy.
Yes, now she been like the question
okay, sorry dear, sorry. All right.
So with the sinusitis generally, to be candid, a lot of people actually live with sinusitis more than we know. It's just the irritation of that area. It's usually get blocked, and especially with our weather, So it's just to try and stay hydrated. Say you can be putting a warm compress, do saline flush, or I was in Costco yesterday. They were giving this free sinusitis stuff for people in Costco yesterday in London, in Manchester. So yes, there is nothing much they can do. In as much it's not causing infection, it's not causing severe headache. If it's causing severe headache, then you might need to see the ENT, and they might want to check if there's something more going on. They might need to do scans. So if it's causing confusion and headache, which is the two major issues, aside the pain and the discomfort, if it's causing severe headache, please see your doctor. So they might need maybe an MRI or a CT scan. Thank you. So that's just it. Kò sí much about it. Yàtọ̀ sí pé imú wa máa drip all the time. Kò sí really much about it. No, it could be for some people baby soft, and the nose will keep dripping, Then also it can sort of give you some bad breath, but there is a risk of infection. If you don't clear the airway, it can sort of backflow to the throat and goes to the lungs, But if nothing as such, if it's just the normal discomfort and anything, you just sort of treat the discomfort, treat the pain and all that. So a lot of people actually live with it. It's just that it goes from mild to severe in different people. So, and some people that have asthma could be having sinusitis as well, But if it is really giving much problem, go back to see the ENT, not just any doctor. They call them the ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor. They will tell you, they will do further tests, and if they need an MRI or scan to see what is really going on, then they need to carry that out. So, and that way, in England, they were ENT doctor. They are like gold mine. It takes a while, so you might sort of want to book or get your GP to refer you to them as soon as possible.
Sister Mayor, is an operation needed for this? Because mine was like the operation was involved. The operation was involved, and after the operation, he started having the symptoms regularly. Unlike before the operation, probably once or 3 times a year, he experiences it. But now it's like regularly he goes to the doctor, they give him medicine, and he's already tired of, taking medicines. And
yeah, why did they carry out the operation? That might have been a reason, because honestly, generally, it's not a surgery that is very, very common. And except to some polyps, maybe there are some things that inside the nose, that is sort of blocking the airway. They might do it. But if he's not having more issues post-surgery, I would advise to go back to the doctor and let them have a look. They might need to do a look and see what is going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not usually a common surgery, but if there is something more than that, they might have told him why. So if you check his discharge letter and all those things, they will tell you why the surgery was done and what type of surgery was done. But if it is giving more problem, I will advise go back to the doctor and see what is going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enlightening us. Because these things, in fact, it's not easy, especially when the weather is changing, and it's really, really difficult.
Yeah, this
like
weather,
his nose will start dripping, having severe headache, and these things affect not just his mental health, but
Yes.
also his
So
work life. And he's a very busy person compared
yeah,
with
imagine Ken Bishop
the
Thomas
work.
all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was hoping maybe there's something we can, do aside from
Yeah,
seeing the
it's
doctor,
basically
like
to
he
go back to
does.
see the ENT and
All right.
they will sort it out. For the inflamed tendon and the ganglion, that was a good tiding. Usually, it's just strain. Most time it's strain of that particular area. Maybe your constant straining of it is usually what will cause that area to be inflamed. Treatment is usually you rest it. If you go to A&E or see your GP, normally will not attend to this, to be honest. So they'll send you to walk-in clinic or A&E. They might put a splint and ask you to rest it. But if it keeps getting swollen, they might need to give you some steroids injection. And if it is a severe persistent case, you might need surgery. So maybe if you walk to your um yeah, ouch. Yeah,
Kí
so
ló táwọn
that's
èèyàn kí ló táwọn èèyàn ń drop?
we want to say violence in the anyway. We'll find a day to really speak more on. Hello, can I help you? Yeah, my mother said when.
These kids, they know when to cry. Eh?
I'm
When
telling
you're
you.
online, that's when they'll be coming with their fake tears.
Ọlọ́run, àbòsí pọ̀.
Mo ti lé tọ̀wọ̀ tèmi wọnú pálọ̀ kọ́ ló máa ṣe níbẹ̀. Ìgbà téèyàn bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ máa pariwo. Honestly. So can we move to another topic like women hygiene? Ladies, come up.
No,
Let's
please.
discuss.
Good tiding asked Sister Mayor to talk about something. About inflammation of the tendons and
She spoke about it.
ganglion. She did?
She already spoke
Okay.
about it. Maybe we can move on to something else like hygiene for women. People should come up and share.
Sister Candy, I'm gonna drop
Okay.
us Lions
Before
there.
that,
If you have out how to smell good.
And the foolish question I want to ask, you people will see why it's a foolish question. I don't want us to go to violence, even though we still have about 12 hours to do violence before we close the violence.
If you not start violence, I they drop.
No, we're not doing violence. You can drop, but I will still have my
not
question.
About that life anymore.
Sister Mide is a perfume freak, just like I'm a perfume freak. But I heard that it's people that our body is smelling that we buy perfume. Please.
he's trying to say something, and I get it.
Because the thing, I can't look myself, I can't smell myself since that day. But àbí mò ń rùn ni mo ṣe like perfume lóòótọ́ ni. Because as we are speaking, I have over, let me not exaggerate, 50 bottles of perfume. I must buy perfume. So ní sọ wá lọ bí ara wa ń rùn la ṣe ń ra perfume. Kò wá yé mi mọ́ ni mo ṣe ní kí n béèrè.
Bóyá ni mo ní tó mẹ́fà.
But my husband loves perfume. Like what the automatic gift he buys when he travels is perfumes and watches. To the extent that I have to say stop because I cannot do more than 2 puffs at a time. Like 1 here, 1 there, and I'm done.
So that's the word. For every time I travel, I must buy at least 3-4 bottles of perfume for myself. And I travel at least 4-5 times a year. So imagine that. And anyone that is coming and they ask me, what do you want? I say perfume. I'm like my kids know.
They don't even ask me. Eh?
I love
I wish they were
perfumes.
asking me.
That's
Only
the
you
people
go
that know
perfume.
me. They know that I love
mi pé
perfume.
mẹ́fà sẹ́yìn. A lọ pé
So
mẹ́fà.
ṣé àwa
Níjọ́
táwa
mi
ní
gan mi tún
perfume
nílò.
yẹn Sister Candy ṣé àwa ń rùn ni la ṣe like
Àẹ́rùn ni o,
perfume?
gbogbo wa là ń rùn.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run Allahu Akbar Allahu Samad ayayay mo láti lọ wá nǹkan mo dẹ̀ máa ń ṣèfò every week mo dẹ̀ ń lo
Ṣé ti rí
ṣọ́ọ̀
mi dé yẹn? Mo sì ní máa block ẹ̀. Tí n ṣe máa ń pàdé ẹ̀ yẹn tó ṣe máa ń show perfume, máa ń showcase perfume tó máa ń influence ìfọ̀. Mo ti sọ fún comment section pé mi dé mo máa block yẹn. Máa block yẹn.
Perfume dà perfume àwọn ọmọ mi kéékèèké.
Don't believe them, Jare. Which kind smell? Abeg.
My 9-year-old and my 4-year-old, they have perfumes for small. Like Zara has perfumes for kids.
Yeah, I buy from them too.
Yeah, I buy from them. But like for me, the reason why I talked about the Cocoa Berry was because you talked about hygiene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's part of hygiene. That's part of, my regular routine every morning and
don't mind them. I lose. They are just joking with you.
I don't go out, like I said. I don't go out. I work from home, but I spray perfumes morning and night.
Yeah, there are night perfumes also.
Yeah, like I cannot. My husband will say when I finish, my bath and I do my routine and I spray perfume, he will just be looking at me and say, for the past 20 years, non-stop. Like I've loved perfume since I was like a teenager. And people that know me, they will tell I smell good. If you see me now and you ask me what perfume are you wearing, I can't tell you. You know why? I combine. I just pick randomly 2, 3, and I mix it. Really. I go to my kids' school and they're like, "Oh, you smell nice, miss." Oh, even at work, my work is. I don't know if it's the same in America, but in Canada, most workplaces are, scent free. And I'll tell them that the way Oyinbos are allergic to perfume is the way I'm allergic to bad odor. So I'll just make sure that I don't wear strong perfumes to work. But when they ask me, I'll tell them it's body mist. You did not say we should not wear body mist. It's perfume you say we should not wear. So, I cannot. I don't understand.
You can even use the perfume oils like this oil.
I have it, but when I go to Qatar, when I go to Dubai, I buy it. When I say I don't want to exaggerate. Let it not be like I'm capping. I have over 50 bottles, and there are some perfumes that I will buy repeat. I have perfumes of 10 years ago. So, like we fight when my family members come. I tell them as you are coming, should I pack my perfumes away? Don't beg me for it. That's how stingy I am with my perfumes, because I tell them it's a collection. I cannot, because for them, you have so many perfumes. Why can't you give? I can't give you.
Like perfume.
I can take you to a store and buy you, a 30 ml perfume, I cannot give you my perfume because it's a collection. My mom is coming next week for my son's graduation. Mama Kole, I'm going to pack it. I'll leave maybe 3 or 4.
Exactly.
Because I don't want stories that touch.
Like the average woman should have, at least not less than 4 perfumes. Less than 4
I have a lot
perfumes
of
than
them,
perfume oils.
but I don't.
Only mix. Lagbaja is not lying. The reason why I take my perfume. It's not even outside. Let me explain to you. I know the type of Lagbajas. My mom, because I say I cannot give her my perfume, my mom will now use my perfume like, and I'm like, if I use it like that, I'm telling you I have perfumes of 7, 8 years. Why are you doing like this, you people? I'm telling you that, so that's why when she's coming about the next week, and when I'm saying perfumes, I don't only have, I buy Zara perfumes. I see perfumes
and
like
you don't even need to buy something expensive.
No.
You don't need anything expensive. Just have varieties of good perfumes.
The way that when she washes,
exactly.
Unfortunately for them. Let me answer my Orogun. Orogun call us up. Alusu they hide perfume for him, mama. It dey okay. By next week Thursday, they look for the Alus. They don't go see because I go don't change name again. So make them no worry. I go down change me. I they change name. One le move me. I go change name again. So now every 7 days, as we collect another name like this, I change jam. One le move me. Come on, lower. I lose by Idakiri.
I lose me.
And that's why they even catch me. So with these ones now, I cannot enter the enemy's camp because they will know where I'm coming from. So it's my other ones I will use. Candy, ó sì pàjáwìrì ẹ ti pause wow.
So aside from perfume, what are the other things that a woman should do to keep a good hygiene?
Take your bath, you know, like for example, I'm not going to lie, it's only in winter that I, you know, bath once a day. But in summer, morning and night, because, you know, you would sweat, it's hot.
A good cream to your body.
Shave. Like I said, when we're talking about this, before
do
my
you shave or
surgery,
wax? Which one do you think is preferable?
I've never done waxing, so I can't talk about something I've never done.
I use Vit. I don't use any razor. I use Vit.
Me, I wax, so.
I don't wax. I don't know about waxing.
Even down there,
the waxing,
do you do it yourself?
Yeah. They do everything. The waxing shake.
You
like,
go to wax down there?
Yeah. Once I go there, they, you know, they have varieties. They have a women only salon here, where you get everything done. Your eyebrow, your waxing. You can even wax your face. You wax down there, your leg. You know, the bikini area. So
okay.
I can't cope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the waxing, but shaving, whatever works for you. But another thing is, and I've seen that Tara wrote it here, is that, so, like my bathing routine, I have different routines during this. So for women, for me, like 3 times a week, I would, you know, use body scrub. I'll scrub my body first, like the sugar scrubs. I will scrub. Then I have the Olay. I have bar soap as well. So the routine is every other day, I would do first of all, use the bar soap to wash off. And then I would scrub my body. You know, I have different sponges. And remember, I didn't used to do all of this, like, not like I was dirty, but, you know, the older I got, the more I had time, you know, for my routine. And then what I was going to talk about is, so if you do intermittent fasting, is natural, nothing happens to you because you're losing the weight gradually. But the moment you start losing weight excessively, so for gastric has a look. That's why when people say that they are using Agbo, Amonwon, it's just like people who do BBL or they do mommy makeover. The way I know them is that the women, there's always a V on their private parts because Bubu are flat in it. Body, you know. So things like that. So because of that, I started like a proper routine. You know, my daughters would be like, my mom has, I have a morning routine for my face. Nothing crazy. Cleanse, different serums, you know, hydraulic, collagen, vitamin C, you know, because even Mounjaro has a look. Wegovy has a look. So you just have to make sure that, like, whatever works for you, but just make sure you're scrubbing. Like I said, I don't go out. I do school runs in the morning. They follow the bus in the afternoon. If I'm going out, it's because I want to maybe go do some, you know, errands and all of that. So when it comes to hygiene, if I'm smelling, I would know. I don't know if it's just me. Like if I'm sweating too much, exactly. Like when I come to Nigeria,
different from your normal smell.
Yes, when I come to Nigeria, I know because I smell. Like I smell, like, you know, I'll be like, now I understand why people have a lot, like why God forgive me, I won't say Nigerians. A lot of people have, trust me, you know, when people used to come and say Nigerians have body odor, I used to be like, now. But I also started noticing it. I went to Nigeria in April, my sister, Jesus. You know, my auntie will be like, oh,
you know, Nigerians bathe,
they do, but I don't think so. It's not about bathing because of that weather. It's not just bathing. Yes, it's not bathing. It's not just bathing.
I think it's the weather.
And they don't do the right thing. A lot of people don't shave. They'll just enter bathroom and bath. It's not just about bathing.
There are some food we eat in Nigeria that you know. I
saw that thing that we should only bathe 3 times a week. You know, that you should, I don't know why, but you know, all these Oyimbos, whatever works for you, saying that we should only bathe 3 times a week. I cannot bathe 3 times a week. I will bathe. Yes, I bathe every day. Yes, you know. Yes, it's not a lie. Oh yes, Cocoa Berry is not a lie. Yes.
Ah,
You
how would
know.
they? No, that would be so uncomfortable.
Mo
Please,
néèyàn
that
tó yẹ pé kò kí ń
once
wẹ̀
a
gan.
day should be enough.
So sis, Saint Brown, I don't bath twice a day, 7 days a week. I only do that in summer. In the winter, people who live in America, people who live in Canada, you know, Sister Tebi, that once a day where I dey bath, I dey read Holy Psalm self. And because I'm African, and in my head it'll be like, oh, well, so I must bath. But if not, meaning in winter, Canada's winter is crazy. But at least I must bath. I must bath because so that bathing is now like routine, you know, and then I'll scrub. So you do the scrub, you know, just normal hygiene. You use body oil, use moisturizers. Like even if you don't have routine, you know, if you don't have a facial routine, just have a routine for your body. Change your underwear. I change my underwear every 6 months. You know, some people say they do it every 3 months, but me, I change my set of underwear every 3 months. You know, I've heard that panty liners are not good every day.
Gbogbo èèyàn ló wọ pátá ni.
Oh no, Professor. Like the doctors will tell you that it's not good to wear panty liners every day. You know.
Pátá. Ẹ má bínú o.
But at least, you know,
Saint Brown, wait, Coco Berry. Saint Brown, you were bathing twice a day in Saskatoon. Organini Ileshe. I'm ọbẹ̀ yẹn tutù kú.
Alus, when we talk about panty liners, I think some ladies, they think when they discharge down there, it means that they are not healthy or so.
No, let me answer that one. I don't believe. As long as the smell is natural, we naturally have a smell.
A doctor said it's actually the opposite.
Yes, it's the opposite. That's why I was saying Sister Mayor can talk if she's still there. It's a lie. You have to have a discharge as a woman.
Does not have a foul smell. You are totally fine. And in fact, it is. If you are not discharging,
yes, there's a problem. Yes,
it's the juice now. That discharge is the juice now.
That's the juice exactly. As long as it's not smelling fishy, as long as it's not smelling, yes, you're good to go. You have to. Let me tell you the truth. I don't wear pants every day, especially if I'm wearing jeans. I don't wear pants when I'm wearing jeans. It's only when I'm wearing maybe like a dress or skirt. I lose ashana. Yala ya ashana niwa. Okay. You know. Yes, but you know what? If I'm wearing jeans all week, Candy, I will make sure that weekends, even if I'm at home, I must wear pants because I want to make sure that I'm discharging.
I can
no. Èmi ò lè wọ pátá lójú. Tí bá wọ jeans mi ò wọ pátá o.
No. Mo lè wọ pátá. Wo ago
Lagbaja's wife is in trouble today.
Mo ní wọ pátá kẹ̀.
Mi ò wọ pátá o.
And I dey try o. How na take dey waka like that?
I lose family in case she bless. Tí bá wọ jeans mi ní parọ́ mi wọ pátá. Tí bá wọ dress. Tí bá wọ jeans, tí bá wọ leggings mi wọ pátá. Yes. That's what tí bá wọ jeans, tí bá wọ leggings. I'm sorry. Mi ní wọ pátá.
Àtèmi náà.
Ẹ má bínú.
Pátá o. Àbí ṣé mo fẹ́ yàdí mi ni?
Mommy liberation wà okay. Mi ò lè wọ pátá tí bá wọ jeans o àti leggings. Kí láǹfààní? Ṣòkòtò ìṣòkòtò now.
Bra mo mọ̀ pé tí bá wà nílé, I can do without wearing bra.
When I'm at home, I have sports bra. You know what? I have sports. It's only when I'm sleeping. But when I'm at home, I wear sports bra because on your but as lose weight, you know, till a basket sheep. Okay. I will discharge on my jeans now and I will wash it. Cause no lady. Okay.
Tell us the guys that don't wear boxers.
That don't wear boxers.
They don't marry without.
Kobe's, yes, when I'm on my period too, obviously I have to wear pants.
Yes,
I feel so good because a lot of women are saying the same. Like pata every day, as how now. Especially imagine I will be mo ṣe tó ń gbà yẹn £390. Màá wọ pátápátá, màá wá sínú ìdí fúrọ̀ mi. Jeans nìkan ni máa ń wọ̀n gbà yẹn, jeans àti baggy top. And I wear panty liners as well, you know. I use panty liners when I'm wearing my dresses, you know. So yeah, You know.
I never see you for my life. A day by no.
Ẹ má worry, àwa pọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń wọ pátá ẹ̀ pọ̀. Àwa tá àwọ̀ pátá náà a pọ̀ 50-50 ni. Ó wà okay.
I must wear pants.
No, pátá. Especially if my husband is even around. Tó yẹ pé anytime táwọn bá ti lọ school. La máa sáré yọ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Mommy soft life say we are all shidi without knickers.
Yeah, medically it has been advised that if you are at home,
Flaky 571. Me, I've never heard that wearing jeans may cause infection. I'm 45 years old, and I've been wearing jeans. I've never had infection. So,
Alus, please, ma, I wanted to call your attention that when we are at home, it has been advised that we do away with the panties because
and mommy only.
No, I'm just saying that generally for people that even like some people even wear pants to sleep, and that's bad. So when we are talking about the odor, the heat too trapped in there can cause this odor, and you may not know.
And even if too much pata self can cause infection. They've said pata and panty liner cause infection.
You have to let it go.
Yes, cocoa berry. Yes. Pata, too much pata cause infection. Tori endorumu be endorumu. Ṣé tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ pata yín ẹ máa jókòó síwájú fan ẹ máa fẹ́ òbòsí. Ẹ máa wá sọ pé kátẹ́gùn máa fẹ́ sí. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Allow me.
Do you know I know people who wear pants to bed? I have a friend that will wear pants to bed.
I wear pata to bed. In fact, I have special sets of night panties that are
yes, ma'am. Sis Mayor. Yes, I wear bra top to work sometimes.
Yes. I beg.
What's up? Because it traps mutual fiber bacteria.
No, I can't do without it. I have set of night panties on their own.
I don't wash my jeans once, but I don't wear it like if I remove my jeans now, like I wear like I'm a jeans head. I have like I wear jeans. I love jeans. Especially now that I've lost weight. You know when you have that dream, like when I was young, the way I used to wear jeans and crop top, the way I used to wear jeans and t-shirts. So I've bought more of a lot of jeans and leggings, like baggy jeans, boyfriend jeans. I love those ones, So if I wear my jeans today and I remove it and I hang it back, I might not use it again I might not wear it again until maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Because, I have a lot of jeans and, it's not all the time. So,
Mayor, you say don't wear pata to bed. If I don't wear pata to bed, the snake can't enter my this thing, uncle.
Waiting won't enter your this thing. Waiting won't cocoa berry. Waiting won't enter your this thing.
You don't know. There are some dangerous snake that
which snake? Okay, are you in Australia?
Snake in the
that's why now Australia people I no go fit. Okay, I understand your plight now. You must wear pata and jeans. You must wear 3 or 4 pata self.
The snake when they sleep behind me every night.
The one she means.
You just see free opportunity, just enter.
I don't like what's in the cocoa. I don't like cocoa. Which kind of snake be that? You must take the snake now. That one is very essential.
Maybe she likes tug of war. She likes
some people like you. Mommy berry miss. Some women like tug of war. They like it. Mommy soft life. Record wa. She be ashana ni wa. Tá bá sọ gbogbo nǹkan ìbá la ṣe fẹ́ mú pé aṣẹ́wó ni wọ́n.
Ani fi ṣàwọn lè mi o ọkọ tó gbé mi sílé for more than 10 years. Ani mo máa ń ṣàwọn.
Dá kí ló dé tẹ máa ṣàwọn Ọlọ́run gan ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ irú yẹn máa ní timetable.
Na why I dey wear pata go bed yo.
Àbájọ ẹ máa ní timetable àbí. Ó ti ṣe ní wíìkì yìí ò lè ṣe mọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. Allahu Akbar.
Ìkanra ló máa ń bá dé.
Ọjọ́ mélòó la fẹ́ lò láyé táwa wẹ̀ wò.
Mi gan ní ìṣàwọn ni mí o.
Kò já bẹ́ẹ̀ Candy. Mo pé tẹ́ bá tún ṣe kinní yìí exercise burúkú ni. Ẹ máa jọ yín tẹ́ fẹ́ jò. A máa jọ tẹ́ ṣe ń ká cocoa berry. Ẹ máa count calories. Because nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ṣe tó yẹ kẹ́ fi lose weight. if you lose weight.
Me, I no like condom.
If you don't like condom, go and take contraceptive.
After 3 children with cesarean section, you gotta low brain.
I'm on the patch. I use the patch.
Now why Annie Fishan let me?
No, look for contraceptive that works for you now, so that you will not use condom.
Yes, now. You know, money, family.
Every now and then.
It is life. Oh, don't you don't then she buy.
Okay, the lollipop.
Mo gbadun aye. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Look at these people. Look at these women. Tó bá pé ìnáṣà náà ẹ má máa dáhùn kò ń ṣerú yín ló ń bá wí. Yes, now if you dey raise leg steady, body no go pain you. Gbogbo calories ten count yẹn, ẹ mọ iye tẹ́ máa burn under one session lásán.
Ṣé mommy mi yọ yìí wà láì máa block mi? Mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa ń rí sí mi. Mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa ń rí mi yọ sí mi yọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti sú mi. What?
Because it is life. It is life. Fado, it's not F gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá wọ pátá tí di bá yún yín náà, ẹ̀yin nu pátá yín, ẹ̀bọ pátá yín, ẹ fi yẹn lẹ̀. Ẹ fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀. Ẹ bá worry nípa ṣé ojoojúmọ́ ní pátá. Ẹni téèyàn bá ń ṣèfù dáadáa gan, fùrọ̀ ò ní máa yún yàn. Tẹ́ bá yàgbẹ́ tẹ́ bá ṣàn di dáadáa ní àárín ìfùrọ̀ yín máa yún yín. Everything bá wà alright, ìdí ò lè yún yín. Ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. I'm talking from experience. Really. Coco Berry, ṣe máa ń ṣáyó. Tó bá yẹ pé ẹ máa ń ṣáyó ni. Ẹ máa like something no.
No.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú question tí mo tún fẹ́ béèrè. Mo fẹ́ béèrè kí lẹ wá fi ń gbádùn ayé ìgangan náà. Ẹ kì í jáde. Ẹ dóko. Mutí. Kí lẹ fẹ́ fi ṣègbádùn ayé yín báyìí?
Gbádùn ayé tèmi ni pé sorry. When I wake up in the morning, I feel alive. I say thank you to my creator.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ̀ka kọ́mẹ̀ntì Farm Wendy. Ẹ̀ka kọ́mẹ̀ntì wọn.
Mo ti dá wọn lóhùn. Mo ti dá wọn lóhùn.
He's once in a while. Lẹ́yìn ọmọ mẹ́ta.
Ṣé ẹ wo èmi náà bímọ mẹ́ta?
Adóde mo ń dókó ẹni àwọ̀. Ojú mi ti C-section.
Mommy, may you understand? I know you don't have to shy. No, I don't have to shy you to have to. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that she does not go out. She's an introvert like me. She know they do where. She says she be animal and she know they drink.
I dey enjoy myself like that.
FCC section, let mommy me your thing down. You know, FCC section, it's not about there's so many other ways to kill a cat.
I beg.
So the irọ́ ni ẹ ti lọ pa ní máṣá òní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sísẹ okay pẹ̀lú pé gbogbo C-section pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìdí tẹ́ ń gbé pamọ́ báwo lẹ ṣe lóyún lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta.
Àti débi tọ́rọ̀ wà. Àti débi tí ọ̀rọ̀ wà.
Mo ti gbé ẹjẹ́ lọ́rọ̀ bàbá ògùn ti wèrè yìí Erike ẹgbẹ́ wa débẹ̀ lálẹ́ láàárọ̀ yìí.
Báwo la ṣe lóyún lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta? Báwo because